It's just you said when I see you, had a present for me, and I'm seeing you, and I ain't seeing no present.
Oh, it's just in my pocket. It's not no big thing. It's just a little present.
Yep. It really is a Sean Jared thing. What the hell?
You thought I forgot, huh?
Yup.
But I didn't forget, no.
No. Wait.
Got you a little
Oh my god.
Tom Jerry key.
Oh my god. I love it.
We got a magnet. Says, how big do you think?
Oh my god. Wait, that's so funny. Oh my god, look at me. Wait, I thought you just had like food.
No, I had a little present for you.
Yup.
Is this a little present? This is one of my favorite videos on the website.
Also, chat, before I just dropped like all the gear before I had seen.
Well, looks like they're gonna have to operate. Oh no. No, that's good. That's good. Get it over with. Get it done. Get it out of there. Yeah, I guess so, as long as they get a good doctor. Yeah, Dr. Richard. He know what he's doing. What up, Sean Jared? Sean Jared. So when's she scheduled to go in? They wanted to go in next Tuesday to do some tests. Blood work. Yeah, blood work, x-rays, all that stuff. Just to make sure they don't run into any problems. Sean Jared. And then a week after that, they wanted to go for the actual procedure. Sean Jared. Sean Jared. Why he's mad?
You said he was gonna come as a present, but he didn't come.
What's up, man? Why you mad?
Last time I had seen you, you said you was gonna bring me a little present. And I see you today, and I see you ain't got no present.
Oh, Sean Jared, you thought I had forgot?
Yeah?
Bruh, it's in my pocket, man. It's just a little thing. It ain't a big old present. Here, look. Man, you thought I had forgot, huh?
Yeah?
I didn't forget you, though, huh?
No?
You like it?
Yeah?
She gonna be at St. Mary? Yeah, they doing it at St. Mary, and then they say they want to keep her for like a week after, just to make sure she good. All right, me and my daddy gonna come by, bring some flowers or something. All right, she gonna be happy to see y'all, too.
Wow,
We talk like this all the time to each other now,
well,
and
without meaning to is the thing. It's just sometimes one of us starts talking as if we were Sean Jared.
So I got her a little Sean Jared pin,
Yep.
and I sent her a text that said I got a little present for you.
And then I came up here doing it, and it was Sean.
I don't think they can even hear you. All right. Well, good to see you.
Thank you.
I did. Did you? You're gonna have to order. Or there's the butternut squash ravioli. There is the pumpkin chili or the pizza. Okay. Yeah. Did you get all the Ninja Turtles in Raid? I didn't. They don't have Rolangelo. Are we going to cover the Ghazban Ogress video today? You know, I thought about watching that. Do you guys want to watch the Ghazban Ogress video? It is really... it is fucking something. It is really fucking something. I hope MBT doesn't change after the child comes. I'm going to get worse. Well, first and foremost, I do have to tell you that today's stream is sponsored by Exter. Shouts out to the bad boys at Exter. They have sponsored me a couple of times. I like working with them. I like their product. I use their wallet in day-to-day. I use their wallet. They send me an orange wallet that you can't get anymore, so you can't be getting that. What you can get, give me a sec. Is a number of things. And if you hit !Extra and click my code, you can get up to 45% off select products. But they sent me a card holder to give away today that I think is going to be really nice. It's like this very sleek. I mean, it's a card holder. I touched it, and immediately now there's grease on it because I touched it with my greasy finger. If you get this, you know, it didn't have the greasy finger print on it before just now. Okay, I got it off. But we're going to be giving that away a little later. And they gave me one last time they partnered with me as well that I didn't give away because they gave me too many things to give away. And so I'll be giving away 2 over the course of today. They didn't ask me to do that. They only asked me to give away 1. So if you get the one from last time, get owned. What's that recommended video at the bottom right? This ruling nightmare is actually good. I don't know what that is. Oh, you mean the Dave Blunt's video? Yeah, let me this video is absolutely bonkers. I don't know if you've seen this. If you all know Dave Blunt's, he's like a 1,000-pound rapper, and he made a diss track for 50 Cent because 50 Cent said some shit like Dave Blunt's is weird and sucks. And he wrote, I think, probably the most unhinged diss track I've ever heard. Let me just show you the lyrics to this one. Says, seen what I did to Can, seen what I did to Snoop. I heard your baby mama eat excrement. Heard your baby mama eat poop. The chorus to this song is, Curtis Jackson don't really want no drama. Diddy pissed on your dirty baby mama. It's literally like talking about how she got peed on by P. Diddy. Says she ready to eat Diddy's semen. Said she ready to drink Diddy's urine. Sold out shows when I'm touring. That's a really great rhyme. This one's good too. And your TV shows I don't enjoy. I heard that you like boys. Let's talk about your gay rumors. I heard 50 Cent is a gay shooter. That's an incredible line. But my favorite line is the last one where he just talks about how his movies are bad. This one's incredible. Honestly, I'm just insane. You made a bad movie where you lost weight. The movie's budget was $7 million, but it only made back $3 million. I know that's a bad feeling. Don't get me started on Den of Thieves. That movie was so cheeks. That movie was so ass. I heard Cinemark threw it in the trash. I could go on for like 8 hours. Don't get me started on Power. This is beef shit. I'm no coward. He's just like going through his IMDb and he's like, yeah, okay, he's spitting. I mean, I hate to be like it, but Den of Thieves was not a very good movie. No. You made a bad movie where you lost weight. The movie's budget was $7 million, but it only made back $3 million. Ah, man. That is crazy. This song was a month ago. Yeah, it's in my recommendeds now. They're like, you have to watch it right now. Also, he spent all this time like being like, I'm gonna pick a fight with one of the most dangerous guys ever for 200,000 views on YouTube. It's like that's like a good episode of Master Saga. All right. Hey, MBT, I've been going through some rough times. Do you have any life advice for me about dealing with toxic people and self-image issues? You know, you might actually have an unrecognized masturbation addiction. Noted. What about ban list? Yeah, I guess we should do the ban list first and foremost. God, Freaks is going to go so crazy next Monday. I swear the Tylenol thing was Stealth Freaks. Did you guys see the anti-ice bullets? Black's Rule. Did you decide whether you're doing a PNM? We are. Yes, we are. But I haven't published information on it. I will do that tonight after stream. I'm so fucked. I'm gonna have to radically draw down the amount of stuff I do when this kid comes. Definitely real. Black's Rule. All right. Yeah, here you got it. New ban list, PogChamp. New ban list, PogChamp. Hell, maybe we'll throw this up on the Clips channel. So, the first Genesis ban list was released, and by that I mean they made some point adjustments. So there's some stuff in here that's really funny, and there's some stuff that is even funnier. First and foremost, I do want to congratulate Konami first for taking swift action about things that people found that were broken, and secondly for communicating. In the replies, they talk a lot about their philosophy with this ban list. Whoever is writing this, keep it up. I don't know how it became someone's job to actually talk to the players, but I'm loving it, and it gives me a lot of hope and inspiration about the future of Genesis that they're willing to disseminate this type of information instead of hiding behind the, oh, who knows what'll happen, that they do for the TCG and why it will happen. Anyway, let's talk about it. Chicken Game 0 to 7, Dark World Dealing 0 to 5, all great hits. These are specifically designed to hit deep draw decks. People day one were building like Exodia because, of course, the Exodia pieces are free. I'm of the opinion that those decks were bad anyway, but as we found out in the Masochist ban list tournaments, significant amount of these deep draw cards, you know, if you leave them all legal, there will be a deck that uses them to great effect. And this is a great way to ensure that a deck can't play all of them, at least all of them plus Pot of Greed, for instance. Exodia was busted. Exodia was not busted. I want to be clear. Exodia was not a good strategy. Even though people weren't playing cards like Droll and Lockbird and Ash Blossom, it still was not great. But you know, this will make it unplayable. Demise of the Land 0 to 1 specifically made to hit the Mystic Mind deck that Stevie Blunder was playing. Glad we got to pretend that that was a real thing that people would play for about 30 seconds. Probably not as available now. Metaverse is on here as well, so should box that out effectively because Terraforming is already on there. It means you have to draw the one of Mystic Mind or like Left Arm for it. Dimension Shifter 5 to 10 is good. Here's kind of a weird opinion on Dimension Shifter. I think it's arguable that it wasn't even good at 5. 5 is really low for a card with an effect this powerful, but Dimension Shifter is one of those cards where if everyone's playing it or if the meta is wide enough, it's actually it's not really good. It's actually not fantastic. And I think this will prevent it from being played. I think 10 is sufficient that people will just not play it. Like, it seems like 20 for a play set is kind of the high limit on what people are going to consider. But the less Dimension Shifted, the better. Dominus Spiral, I don't really have an opinion on. It does indicate that they are looking to point cards at release for new sets. That's awesome. I'm glad that that's the case. The Draco Tail change is probably important. Rebecca can talk a little bit more about this one at length because she was playing the Draco Tail deck. I would prefer if the top decks weren't just the top decks from the TCG. Draco Tail was a playable deck in this format, even though it was a little less strong than it is in the TCG. This prevents it from being so. Evil Swarm Ouroboros. I'm glad to see this gone. I don't want to see Braziel. I don't want to see anyone doing this. FB goods to 3 here. I don't know what that's meant to box out. Does anyone know what that's meant to box out? I'm not sure. Luna-like, I think, I guess. Oh, Naturia Beast? Sure. Tier, of course. Into the Void, another one of the deep draw spells. A couple of K9 hits. Yokel to 13 and Noroi to 10 kills the deck. Absolutely kills the deck dead. Ripper and Izuna are already at 20, which is a lot. Izuna, Lupus is at 5, so this is just an amount that cannot be brought up. Ketu Dragontail to 10, another Dragontail hit. Left Arm Offering to 7, great, so they really don't want you playing the Mind deck. Lightsworn Dragonling to 10, people were figuring out really early that splashing for Chaos Ruler and just playing a self-mill strategy was pretty good, and there are some FTKs that enables, like Summer Schoolwork Success, that I don't think are necessarily good, but are strong enough that they're a little scary. Lightsworn Dragonling was the best card in that deck outside of Chaos Magical Ruler. Barrel Canary and Bird Call moved. I think some people figured out pretty early that like Lyralisk was just totally untouched and really playable. Mathmech Sigma to 7. This is meant to box out a bunch of cyber slop archetypes like Mathmech that didn't necessarily have to use links. There aren't very many of those, but there are some. Metaverse to 3 is meant to box out Mystic Mine. Hope Harbinger Dragon Titanic Galaxy to 20 seems like a lot. I'm not actually sure why they did that. I thought 10 was sufficient to prevent it from being played. But 8s are super accessible. Dugaris the Timeless to 10 here to box out a couple of really annoying FTKs while still enabling rank 4 strategies to play the card. Paradise Smasher to... Oh my god, we got to listen to it. like so good. Number F0, Utopic Draco Future. I was surprised this was at 0. This like generic extra deck negate probably shouldn't be at 0. Super accessible for pretty much everybody because of Ghost Trick Shot. So happy that that is gone. Number Z-Vile to 70 is meant to box out the Rongo Nimiad interaction, though I think you couldn't play Rongo with it already. Ohime the Manifested Makanko is the funniest one. So if you check this, Ohime went to 33 and Arahime went to 0. They actually just hit the wrong Makanko. They told an intern, they were like, put 33 on the Manifested Makanko, and they went, fuck. Shit. Duo and Trio to 2 and 3, Planet Pathfinder to 3, Prohibition to 100, thank you, Pseudospace to 3, Psyblocker to 61, Salesband to 100. None of these were doing fair things. Scepter and Sovereignty to 5. What is that for? And then, of course, we mentioned that trap decks are incredibly powerful. Well, Rollback to 7 and Trapaholic to 7 certainly helps that be less true. And Hollysuit to 10 means that just Vanquished Soul is not as good as it was. I think the actual reason why they priced it at 6-7 is because it lets you play Paradise plus Yokel plus Ripper at the cost of all your points. Funny. Oh, it was for Shockmaster? Oh, that's funny. Cost going down, Arahime to 0, Chinook the Snowblast to 0. I don't know why this was anywhere on there. Zephyros the Elite to 13, Block Dragon to 33. The other Adamancipator hits were so unbelievable that like you couldn't even play this. I think Gallant Granite is pretty aggressively costed, so like, you know, they do actually need to make Block Dragon available if they want anyone to play it. Droll to 5 feels really good, means that people could consider splashing it in their extra deck, and 15 is kind of a negligible cost for some decks. I would certainly consider it. Gladiator Rejection to 15. God, they hate Gladiators. I love it. Feather Duster to 30 and Heavy Storm to 20 are meant to be lip service to the fact that back row removal is kind of hard to find. I'm still not going to play those cards at that price point. Infip to 13, I would like to see brought massively down. I want this like to 10 or maybe even 5. Reborn to 15, no one's playing that shit. Meowls to 3, Premature Burial to 25, and maybe we can loop it. And Return of the Dragon Lords to 7. Why? Who cares? I don't like that card. They actually talk about it a little bit too. Cards that universally see a ton of play will see their point cost go up. Cards that don't see any play will often see their point cost come down. And of course, we'll also keep both hands on the steering wheel to make sure no FDK combos creep in, even if nobody's playing them. Point decay is not automatic. We're thinking an ideal update timing is somewhere in the 4 to 6 week range, but that will depend on data availability. In order to see what cards are getting used and not used, we need deck lists, which we'll have from big events like the Genesis Invitationals and upcoming YCSs. But we're also hoping to see deck lists from in-person Genesis tournaments, public events, or regionals. TOs have never been required to send us those, but you can help by talking about what cards you're seeing and what cards are winning at your local events. So this is cool. It means that if you whine on Twitter, they will actually see it and make changes based on that. Awesome. Anyway, I'm super excited about this. I'm happy that they already posted about like day one stuff. I've seen some people on Twitter like really mad about it. They're like, oh my god, you know, I wanted to invest in Genesis, and then they saw that they stopped my pee poo poo FTK, and now I won't play it anymore. Like, be reasonable. Like, when you are designing a format, you're playing with a testing group of like 4 to 5 people. You release it to hundreds of thousands, and they're going to get more games in 1 hour than you have ever played in your entire life. They're going to find things you didn't intend. You've got a lot of people with different perspectives looking at it all at once. This is like day one patch notes, I think, are really good for this. And hopefully this came soon enough that no one actually purchased like a full pimped out Mystic Mind core, but who knows. New blog post PogChamp. Today I'd like to talk about one of the big culture shock moments that many duelists may experience when getting into Genesis, being unable to port your non-engine lineup to the new format. Who is writing this? Whoever is writing this, keep it the fuck up. Let's take a look at a recent top 64 Onomat Ryziol deck from the NAWCQ. You can't port this into a standard 100-point Genesis event as is, not even close. Want to look at specifically is the non-themed cards in the main deck. They stopped saying non-engine right here. 3 Ash Blossom Joyspring, 3 Droll and Lockbird, 3 Perulia, a Nibiru, Fuelos, Triple Tack. I love that Triple Tack is a hundo. Prosby Designator with 301. Take out Prosby, you get a very common spread of cards that's got 2.5 decks worth of points lined up in it. You cannot roll up to a competitive Genesis event like this. Lineups like this are so common and advanced, it might feel deeply sacrilegious to slash most or all of these cards from your deck. But the important thing to keep in mind is that while the decks in Genesis aren't weak, you're not going to be so far behind if you can't stop your opponent's turn 1 setup. You need 12 to 18 ways of interaction going second. In Genesis, an economical approach is board breakers. Removal after the fact will cost you fewer points than outright prevention, with the exception of Solemns, but they themselves risk removal. This is by design. It's a key element of yesterday's gameplay, today's cards. That's an unbelievable slogan for this format. Because Genesis doesn't use link monsters, the inputs and outputs of combos are far more closely related, so it's easier to make a good choice on when to use the interaction you do have. The things a player can do unopposed with a level 3 tuner and a level 4 non-tuner are limited in scope compared to advanced, and on top of that, don't forget that powerful engine cards, consistency cards, and endboard pieces do also have points assigned to them, so your opponent had to make difficult choices on what to include and what not to include. If you can figure out what they spent their points on, you can eliminate possibilities of what their hidden cards may be and give yourself an in-game advantage. Deck building is different, but it's a good kind of different. Rather than starting your deck list with a list of defensive cards you feel you must play no matter what, try building your offense first, then tailoring your defense around what your game plan is capable of on your own. Holy shit. Who is writing this? Give them $1 trillion. Give them make them the CEO of Yu-Gi-Oh! And this lines up with the point totals in Genesis too. I mean, obviously I shouldn't have to tell you this. Oops. Not YGO per deck, just Genesis. We're pretty close to overtaking this Cloud AI. Cards like Dark. Oh, nope, that's not it. Dark Ruler, no more. Not on the list. Dark Hole costed at, I think, 3. Raigeki costed at, what, 5, I think? Yeah, Raigeki costed at 7. Ulti Slayer, completely free. Like, they want you to be playing board breakers. Forbidden Droplet. Someone was telling me this. Forbidden Droplet at 10 is a fucking steal, dog. Like, can you... That card... Book of Moon is at 7, and they have Forbidden Droplet at 10. Like, oh my god. Titanocider's free. How much is Lightning Storm? I think Lightning Storm actually is money. Yeah, it's 40. Yeah. So not that one. But they made it clear that Spell and Trap Destruction is expensive. Like, all the Spell and Trap removal is crazy expensive, which is a little scary, you know, obviously, for obvious reasons. Twin Twisters is free? Right. Twin Twisters is not good. Cosmic is free. That's probably what I'll be boarding. Ooh, how much is Evenly? Evenly, I think, is 10? Yeah. Anti-Magic Arrows is funny. Fuck that fucking card. I can't stand that card. Anti-Magic Arrow should be $1 trillion. Don't make fun of Nightbeam. Has anyone actually played Max C? Because I see people freaking out day one, and no way you take it at 50. I think Max C is just not defensible. I think maybe if there's a deck that, like, searches it, like does the sprite thing where they bounce it back to hand or something, maybe. But I have not seen any Max C in playing. Like, it's so much. It's half your point total to draw a one of. Should Max C be lowered? No. Ideally, you'll never see the card. Like, I think it's cool that it's in here and, like, possibly legal, but I don't want to see the card. It costs less than Graceful? No. Graceful's 40. I mean more? Well, yeah, it's a better card than Graceful. What do you think about Droll being cheap? Very necessary. I think there's a lot of bullshit that a lot of decks would get away with otherwise. In fact, I'm going to post something right now that hopefully will be the Twitter thread by the end of the day. Twitter thread. Easy one today. What are you playing in Genesis and why? I'm playing that fucking Fire King deck. I will sing the 6. Farfa sent me a thing. He was like, well, Joseph, as soon as we finished our game, they banned all the cards in my deck. That was really funny. Let me open up Fire King deck. I will sing the 6-7 song. right, you got like 2 hours before I have to do this. Would you take Droplet over Dark Ruler in a Sidra Genesis deck? Do you have the points? If so, I'd almost always take Droplet over Dark Ruler. I mean, it's important for Sidra because, yes, certainly. It's important for Sidra because you just want to kill him. Playing Fiendsmith in Genesis. Fiendsmith is so funny. Like, I heard it and I was like, why? There's no links. And then I saw what people were doing with it and I was like, oh, that's okay. Oh, you got a spiral list? Should we update our list depending on the new article? You can mention that it's old article if you have to. Is there a tool yet that auto-calculates points? Yep, on YGOPRODECK.com. Fuck me, dude. I saw someone posting about this deck, and they were like, I can't believe they took away the Ryziel stuff. I guess I'm just back to doing Souls bullshit again. And then an hour later, we're like, okay, this is actually fine. This is so funny. What are you doing with this? Because there's no links, right? So we're doing 4 shit. We're going Detonator Duo Drive. We're going Lyrilisk Recital Starling and searching a DD Crow. This is awesome. We're flipping Utility Wire, baby. Utility Wire isn't even in here. Dueling Book just dropped a Genesis toggle in the deck builder that shows all the points of cards. Do you think X Stevens knew in advance? I don't think that he did, but he really got off his fucking ass to put a Genesis ladder together tonight. Look at this. You can already go and play Genesis Ranked. Isn't that crazy? Let's see what people are playing in Genesis Ranked. Shit. There it is. Boab Toad. Who's that, I wonder? Oh, they just FB goods. Do you think Konami is talking to X Steven? Oh, Lunalight. Konami's talking to X Steven to figure out what was his one series, the Duelist Slut or whatever, the Slutty Duelist. What's the one where he's like naked? Someone's got to remember this. The Yu-Gi-Oh slut. Yeah, they're like, get the Yu-Gi-Oh slut on the line. He's got to get advance notice. What does this deck do? I guess it can still make the fusion. That's pretty powerful. But it gets no links. And it gets no tiger. Let's see what other people are playing. Quantal. Quantal's playing White Forest versus True Draco. Get owned. Gamciel free. How about these two? Odeon, unsurprising, versus Drytron. Oh, Drytron's really tough. Drytron is really tough. These two are playing Exo versus Mathmech. Onamont Mathmech with no links. Let's go. Nichuri versus Punk. Punk is probably the best one in Master Duel right now, I think. But, you know, we ain't in Master Duel. Ubel versus just Eldritch. Eldritch stuff. This is Adam Emancipator. This person's name is I Heart Solitaire. And I don't know what the fuck they're playing. Argo Stars? This other person is playing FA! Not the fucking assholes! Oh my god. Not one duplicate deck you saw there. It's week 1. There will be duplicate decks once people start brewing. Sup? Sup, peeps? How you doing? How you doing, boy? You trying to play? I mean, I could play one, yeah. Get the fuck in here, yeah. Hello.
What's up, baby?
Let's see what my
I hate the way this.
let's see what my
deck
Snake
is.
Eyes list is. It is a cool 1,483 points in Genesis.
Nice. Okay, that's good. That's epic. No, this sucks. Let me do. Man, I guess I'll do another of these, and then 2 more of this. Yeah. This looks like dog shit. Let's do that. Chat, what's like an okay, like, rank 7? No, maybe. What's like a good? It's like a good fusion monster. Chat, name me a fusion. Red Eyes Black Dragon. Good. Good. Okay, name me a fusion that doesn't have points.
Sandwich.
Funny. Good. Good.
Blue
Good.
Eyes Ultimate Dragon.
So like a fusion that requires a spellcaster and a something. Oh, Chorizo. Wait a minute. That's literally what I need.
Chorizo.
Okay. Yeah, let's do that. I'll do a Chorizo. It's like exactly what I was asking for. Okay.
See, I told you my chat's good. My chat's great.
Yeah, the thing about being, I've realized this about being a Yu-Gi-Oh content creator.
Yeah.
Is that having a chat is great because you're like, y'all know an interaction of this plus this, and like some like fucking anime lover 69 is just like, yeah, this card that you've never heard of, and I'm like, thank you, you're goated. Okay.
I will say, I love having a chat because I get to exist in the superposition of like, chat is so smart when they answer something, and frequently like people will be like, Joseph's chat is very toxic, and it's like, I totally disavow them. I hate every one of those motherfuckers.
True. Yep. Absolutely.
Hey, are you familiar with the 6-7 song?
Yes, Joseph, I've heard it. It's sung by like a British clown, or it sounds like it's sung by a British clown at least.
Oh, there's a 42 song now. Hold up.
Oh God.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29.
Oh, dude, I want to enter the Snatchlers game.
42, but I got 42 hoes. Nigga too old for designer clothes. 42 racks up beside the stove. Got 42 bags and 42 more. Still tryna flex, but the boy too old. 42, but I got diamonds and gold. 42 racks up beside the stove. Got 42 bags and 42
sweet,
more.
let's do it.
Old ass nigga, so alright. When I hit it with a dick, can't walk right. Old ass nigga just hide in the motherfucking porch. You can see the firelight on you. Why didn't you worry about my life? Got 42 grams on sky high. 42 hoe wanna be my wife. Got 42 minutes in my life, don't you? Blowing at 42 candles.
Let's go.
The song is not very good, actually. That's pretty surprising because I thought it was going to be really good.
All right, stand by.
Yeah.
All right, man.
Yeah.
Chris?
No. What? Absolutely. Wait, what? Hold up. Before you do anything, hold up. Hold the fuck up. Okay, I'm noticing.
Yo, what's up, bro?
How could you possibly be playing this deck?
Well, shut up, bro. Special send.
Okay.
All right. Anything? Oh, okay. Well, I do kind of lose to that, don't I? All right. That's unfortunate.
50
all
points
right, normal.
down the drain.
Yep.
What could you possibly be sending here?
What?
Yeah, go.
How do I want to do this? Let's do.
How do you want to do this?
Could send King of the Swamp.
Yeah, sure.
Let's do this.
Oh, it's Pistina.
Yeah. Activate this.
I should have known this wasn't going to be real. Are any of these cards money?
No.
Okay.
Declare this.
Okay.
Let's go declare this.
Jesus, this was a good ass hand. Oh my god.
Yeah. Not bad. Not bad. I really needed that Merly to resolve though, unfortunately. But
He
so
spent
it
his whole
goes.
point total on 2 cards. I don't
of
think
course I
that's
did.
true because
Yeah, I did. No, I literally did.
you're not playing for Rudris in your Tistina deck?
No. Kikolos is insane. You resolve Kikolos once, it's over.
You are such a weird guy. I love it.
Bro, you mill 5, you hit like.
I'm
Shadaldanes and
familiar with
everything.
Kit Kalos. I know what Kit
Bro.
Kalos does.
We'll get this.
Let me move you all around.
Activate this.
Uh-huh.
Let's go declare. We'll set. I'll target Seamare. You got a response.
There you go. That's what I did on my turn. No, I don't have any response.
All right. I need to get. I need to use my Sentinel search for a play.
Chat,
Yeah,
I really do think that Peeps' deck is cool. And also I have faith in the future of Genesis. But I just don't know what his board is going to do against the Exter wallet. The slimmest smart wallet on the market. And if you type !Exter in chat right now, you'll get up to 45% off select products using my code. That's incredible. If you stick around, we're going to be giving out some of their card holders later this stream. And I just don't think Peeps has an answer for that.
That's potentially true. All right, we'll get this. We'll declare. We'll get another one of
Up
these.
to I could only get 21%. You could also get 42%, but you couldn't get 6-7%.
I used play for God. Oh shit. I did kind of bargle that up. Fuck me. Oh well.
I told you he's nothing in the face of the Exter wallet.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. I did kind of. Man, I really fucked this up. Damn. I needed to sequence this differently. There was a way I could do it where I could also have a rank 3 here, but I just don't have it, so the board looks like nothing. Fuck. There was supposed to be a totem bird here too, but I sequenced it wrong. Oh. Yeah, because now this Crystal God's just doing nothing.
He's sitting there.
Man. All right. It's
So I have to
whatever.
play
It goes back to my hand because of play.
through.
Whoop.
I have
Goes
to
back
play
to my
through
hand anyways.
Demigod.
Yeah, you just have to play through Demigod.
Okay.
It's supposed to be Demigod Totem Bird, but oops. Yeah, the Totem Bird would have been pretty good right about there. but
Yeah,
oops.
it's not bad.
Yep.
Oh my fucking god.
Where board? I know, chat. I fucked it up. I'm
Shut
sorry.
up.
I haven't
Whoever.
tested with this very much.
What a stinky ass man.
Yeah.
Kieran.
Sure.
Megalo.
Sure.
Whoa, hey.
Whoa, what? Oh, never
Yeah,
mind.
I
I just kind of
wish.
assumed.
During your opponent's turn.
All right, cool. Yeah, my bad. Here we go. We'll put that back. We'll move that here. We'll go. Yeah, that's everything. Okay.
Garunix.
Sure.
Kane Skyburn.
What you popping?
Kieran and Demigod.
Yep, that's pretty good.
Kieran 1. Garunix 2.
Sure.
Send. What the fuck do we even send here? I mean. We'll pop this card.
Oh, does that? Yeah, that does not target, right?
Right.
Oh, yeah, we got to chain this then. Chain link 3 at this.
Okay. Sure.
You can pick a different destruction target if you or what you want to destroy.
No, I still want to do this one.
Okay. So it will resolve. It will be destroyed, and then in a new chain.
Well, sorry,
do you have
it
any
doesn't
triggers?
target. So here I would pop the Crystal God.
Oh, you would pop the Crystal God? Okay, sure.
I think so. Who am I supposed to pop?
I don't know.
Oh, God. Yes,
Everything
you do.
floats.
Yes, you do.
So, yeah. So,
Yeah, definitely I'm not supposed to pop Crystal God.
yeah, definitely not. If you want like a good pop, it's not that one. Probably Sentinel, I guess.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay.
I wonder if I'm supposed to
just-
pop like Breath or something.
You can. Breath is follow up.
Yeah. I'll do Breath.
So Breath will go to grave. We'll trigger Fallen.
We'll go Ulcanix.
Is Ulcanix a trigger effect?
Yeah.
Okay,
Be
so that'll be
Ulcanix
Chainlink 1,
1.
and then I'll do Fallen Chainlink 2.
We get here. Already used Kieran. I did not read Fallen. Holy shit.
Yeah, the card's pretty good.
Get Ponix here.
Ponix, huh? So you've already used Skyburn this turn. Have you already normal summoned? You have not normal summoned, correct?
Nah. We're gonna go Arvada here.
Arvada does. Let's see. If this card is destroyed into the graveyard, target a firing graveyard or fire a special summon it but negate its effects. Also destroyed during the advance. Sure. Okay, now I have to. This forces this, so we'll do that.
Okay. Go Sanctuary.
Yeah, it's strong. It's strong.
I can't pop face downs with this though. Can I? One monster in your hand or field. Yeah, I can. Wow.
Yeah, you can.
I don't know if that does anything. I'll go FKI pop Ulcanix.
Sure.
Grab. Probably just Kieran. Fuck me.
Yep.
Ulcanix 1, Ponix 2.
Sure.
I think I am summoning this. Ponix.
Mm-hmm.
Grab Skyburn.
Yeah, that's tough.
Oh wait, I summoned Ulcanix here. That's not how this card works.
Yeah.
I have to get in.
Yeah, and I have to play through. I have to play through. I don't know if you have a. I don't know. I guess I'm hoping you banished your meteors, right? Like that's something I'm hoping for. No, really tough.
I think God, they stay face down, huh? I think I am good here.
Okay. End phase play resolves. This goes to my hand. All right, start. Anything in draw.
Do I just do it now? No, I'm good.
All right. Stand by.
Yeah.
Main.
Yeah.
Let's go. First action.
Tribute summon God.
Yeah. Trigger effect here, miasma.
Okay.
Trigger effect, miasma.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll get another fallen. Okay. Anything here?
No.
Declare Crystal God.
Rotating. I will burn here.
Sure.
I will pop the demigod and ugh. And miasma.
Yes. That's fine. Wait, the demigod. Oh, yeah. Targets 2. Wow, this card is really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, and you have to pop your own guys as well.
Yeah. Yes.
Yep. And then because no monsters were set, it does not resolve to send. So
This guy out of
anything in
there.
red. Oh, right.
I think not.
Okay.
I'm gonna go. Yeah, I think not.
Okay. I will special this with its effect or activate its effect in grave.
Yeah.
Okay. I will declare its effect targeting itself.
Yeah.
I will get play of the Testina to my hand. I will declare Fallen of the Testina.
Oh, that's annoying. Yeah.
Yep. I'll just put it in the grave because it'll just replace the other one. Okay. Anything here?
No.
I will activate play of the Testina.
Uh-huh.
I will summon. I'll summon Demigod.
Okay.
Good here.
Yeah.
Funk.
Ah.
Effect on summon.
Oh, that's irritating. Irritating.
God, this card gets so much better when SP Little Knight isn't in the game. Just like way better.
Yeah, that's fine.
Sure. Declare effects. Detach Demigod.
Yeah.
Okay. I will go to battle.
Yeah.
I will hit you for 5k.
Yeah.
All right. We'll just go main to it. Yeah, we'll pass.
All right, we'll go I hate to do this. We'll go end phase Megalo.
Sure.
We'll grab Meteor.
Okay.
Meteor.
Yep. No response, Meteor. Oh, all right. So what
I did
trigger effects
Skyburn
do
this
you
turn,
have?
so I'm losing everything. Thinking here if I want to replace. Go pop. I probably do. I'll replace the FKI pop with Kieran.
Okay. And I will resolve. I have a lot of triggers here, so
Me
we'll
too,
go. Oh, you have triggers? Then you go first.
You are turn player.
That is correct. I'm an idiot. All right, let's go. Declare. What does this do? So we'll go declare. Declare and banish, and then declare.
So it's Divinity, Batistina, and
Divinity Fallen Batistina.
Okay. Then I'll go Kieran, Garunix.
Sure.
Go get Arvada here.
Mm-hmm.
I even want Arvada? Yeah.
Okay. And then I will resolve this by going special this, special this, special this. All right.
I'll go Garunix.
Yep.
We will send Bayrong.
Sure.
Jesus Christ. Okay. I will now begin my turn.
Dude, these decks are so fun.
Yeah. Okay.
This is without the
Stand
kick
by.
colors resolving, by the way. I just want to point that out.
Bayrong.
Sure.
And Ponix.
Yeah.
Fire King card. They are separate chains. Calm down, chat. Jesus.
Yeah. We're good. I understand that there's separate chains.
Me. And then, unfortunately, old Garunix.
Hell yeah.
Garunix.
Yeah, that is kind of a bummer. Declare.
Arvada.
Yeah. Oh shit. Okay.
All right, cool.
So that wipes everything, right? All right.
Arvada 1, Garunix 2.
Crystal God 3, Miasma 4.
Face up cards. Jesus Christ, this is going to be annoying.
Mm-hmm.
Miasma doesn't trigger here.
Yes, it does. You have a field spell.
Oh! Okay.
Yippee!
Oh my god. Okay.
So let's do. Well, wait a minute. Hold on a second, because we got to resolve.
Yeah, your
Crystal
stuff
God
first.
first.
Yeah.
So before these get summoned, Crystal God resolves to set and send the Fire King Island,
Yeah.
and then the other chains resolve.
Okay. Oh,
Then
God.
mandatory effective chain link, mandatory effective Fire King Island, chain link 1, Miasma Dragon, chain link 2.
Okay.
Okay. Do I even have a target? I do have a target.
Oh man, that guy's really gonna be annoying. Kieran.
Sure.
Who do we fucking get here?
Man, I'm getting fucked up by a deck building decision, but it's whatever. It's my own
and
damn
then we'll
fault.
pop the miasma.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I think that's everything.
Have we not entered main phase yet? We have not entered the
No.
main phase yet.
Main phase.
Yeah.
Okay, well, so the problem here is going to be that Garunix is coming back.
Yep.
Okay.
So you gotta kill me. Like you
I
have
mean,
to
that's not
I
going
have
to happen. It actually might happen.
it
now that
might
I'm
happen.
Thinking about it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty good. Let's normal Ponix.
Sure.
Ponix.
Yeah, of course.
Did we already do high Garunix's on summon?
Yeah.
Sacred Fire, you mean? Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Did we? Dude, I'm gonna feel stupid if we didn't.
Because there was for destroy a hand deck or face up field.
Did I not do that? I did.
You did not. No, you didn't.
All right, I'm
No.
fucking putting Rangbali in grave.
All right,
That's
cool.
That's instrumental to the game plan.
Okay.
Ponix. We'll grab Sanctuary.
Yeah.
How the fuck did both Skyburns get in there?
Use them.
So
Yeah, I think the Garunix gains attack, yeah.
it does, yeah, against 800 here.
Deal.
36.
35. 35.
35. Sanctuary.
Sure.
I will not.
Sure. You sure about that?
Well, I'd like to. Island.
Sure.
Island Ponix.
Mm-hmm.
We'll grab from your deck. I wouldn't have done anything. Grabbing Garunix. I think we are just because we don't have anything else.
Yeah.
Hello?
Oh boy, there's a lot
Game?
of really stinker draws in my deck now that I went through so much of this engine. Oh,
It's okay.
fuck.
You won't have to worry about it.
I might, because I don't know if I have a line to win next turn.
Kieran? No, you're
Yeah.
dead now.
Oh, okay.
We'll make... Oh, wait. No, it doesn't work. Fuck.
Okay.
Never mind. You're fine.
Hold.
You're way more than okay.
Uh,
Fuck. Oh.
God, if I just played a second.
Wait, here's how we do it. I figured it out. We
Okay.
go,
Oh, okay. I don't know how
um,
that went back into the deck.
yeah, we go Kieran here.
Okay. Sure.
Yang.
Okay. Oh, never mind. Now we can
FKI
win.
pop Yang. Yeah.
Okay, never mind. Now we can't win.
Ponix. Yang
Yeah.
effect.
Yep.
Ponix effect.
Yes.
Ah. This also isn't lethal. What am I doing?
Well, so it's 27, 27, 27, 27, and what, fucking 5? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, gotta figure it out here. Oh my God.
You drew the best card in
Maybe.
your deck.
Stand by.
Yeah.
Declare this.
Yes.
After this. Tier cash.
Absolutely, dog. 100%.
Banish that.
Uh-huh.
Declare.
Yeah.
No, 2, 3. Oh, come
Wait,
on,
that's
dude.
crazy.
Wait, what? No. Complete whiff. No, it's not enough, man. Declare this, I guess.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't have a. There even there's just not a line, unfortunately. This goes to the grave. Declare to summon it.
Yeah.
No targets in deck. Ugh.
I'll try Sanctuary here.
Yeah. Yeah, you
Maybe. You're gonna mill off the
okay.
tier cash.
Yeah, I guess. That's wait, this destroys the whole field, right?
It destroys monsters.
Fuck! Are you serious?
Yeah.
So on fire. Oh, there are monsters on the field. Damn it!
I like
Okay,
you thought I was lying. Like...
Yeah, I know. I know. I had to double check. Okay. These go to the grave. Declare tier cash. There's literally nothing in my deck. I can. Yeah, mill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Wait.
No.
You can add back. You can add back tier cash.
Add back tier cash. Let's go. Okay. I will admit defeat on this one. Let's go get to it.
Dude, that game was crazy.
That is awesome.
Okay, what am I supposed to board against you? What does this card do? Oh, that doesn't do anything. I mean, I guess it's okay. What the fuck do I board out? This whole deck is good.
I know. I can't believe I'm saying it, but that's also the problem I'm having. 6, 7, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah, I think this is the board out.
Not these. There we go. Okay.
And it's time in the round. Duelist, turn in your match cards and receive your double loss. True.
All right. Okay. Standby phase. Mid phase.
Ooh. Yeah.
Okay. I will set one.
Okay.
Normal sentinel.
Hmm.
Anything here?
No.
Declare sentinel. Target the set.
Yes. Dude, it's broken.
Told you. I will get. What am I getting here? Probably. Fuck. It's got to be play, right? Yeah, we'll get play. New chain. Declare tier dash.
Yeah.
I will get. Or I said tier cash. Sulliak. Declare Sulliak did tier cash. That's what I meant. Declare demigod. We will grab breath. Breath to hand. Breath, where'd you go? Here we go. I will activate Divine Domain. Declare Divine Domain. I'll send my asthma dragon to the grave. Actually, this is stupid. I'm not getting tier cash. I'm dumb. I'm so sorry. This is gonna be Merly. My bad, dog. Merly, it's a hand. Okay. All right. Miasma Dragon effect. Now let's clear this. Get this to hand. We will grab, or no, we will simply activate this.
Yep.
I will additionally normal my Sentinel.
Okay.
Am I good here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ah!
And then I will also overlay this for... you know what? This actually put in some work last time, so we're just gonna summon that bad boy. And I'm gonna set. And I'll just pass it up here.
Why did you get... Okay. Stand by.
Yep.
Mean.
Yes.
This is tough. Tough. Kieran.
Okay.
Not ideal.
Pop Megalo. Oh, Pop Kieran. Okay, sure.
Garunix.
Yes. Are you not activating Kieran in Grave?
I can't.
You can't. Why not? If
I guess I
this
could.
card is
I'm
destroyed
not
in
gonna.
the graveyard, it's supposed to summon a monster from your hand or graveyard. You're not
Because
gonna
you use
do
the
it? Okay.
Kieran graveyard effect? Fine, I'll summon the Garunix with the Kieran. Fine.
Okay. Well, if you're activating the
Kieran
activating the
effect in
Kieran in
Grave,
Grave. Okay, I will be chaining Dynamicious target.
No! That's fine.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, does this discard for effect?
It does, yes.
Oh, interesting. I will eat the totem bird, I think.
Sure. Okay. New chain.
Yeah.
Boop. I'll go.
Nah, that's okay.
And...
Oh, don't get too excited.
Oh my god!
Wait, what am I doing here? That's not the summon. It can't be.
Yeah,
this
you
is
have to
the
summon
summon.
the cards. Yeah.
The hell? And then Garunix effect.
Yeah.
It's even worth sending here. Probably Ulcanix. Ulcanix effect.
That guy doesn't go to hand. Who doesn't go to hand?
Kieran?
Kieran stays in
grave. What's he talking about? Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Sanctuary.
Sure.
Get the fuck out there. Get out there. And this card is destroyed by an opponent's card while it has material. You can special summon a Tistina monster from your grave.
Yes.
Ooh. Awesome.
It just kind of floats forever is the idea.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. I was playing Returned, it would float forever, but I'm not playing Returned. Sure. So
I will destroy all monsters on the field.
Oops, sorry. Let's go to grave. All right, let's go. Boy, I could just summon miasma later.
Oh,
so
is
I don't
this
take any damage.
not mandatory? I wonder if. Hold up. Let me think if I want to activate that.
To destroy?
Pop everybody. I thought it was
Sure.
mandatory. Because you don't have that stupid asshole this time. And
God, no.
miasma only floats if
It goes to grave if there's a field
there's
spell on
a
board.
card in the field zone.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go FKI, target Yang.
Okay. Okay.
I guess we get Ponix here. The least annoying of all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Then we will Yang effect. Bring back Sacred and Alkanix.
Sure.
So Ulk 1, Ponix 2.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna make her an 8. Ooh, we
Okay.
can get Kieran here. Woohoo!
Yeah, you can get Kieran. Cool.
Ponix.
Yep.
Grab this one.
Okay.
Okay. Ding.
That's pretty strong.
We'll
Sure.
send the deity.
Ulcanix has to destroy, I'm hearing.
What am I? Did Ulcanix pop anyone for the summon? Great question. Did she?
No.
Not. We can pop the Ponix. Does that work, chat? Or would I have to put back the Skyburn?
Just put the Ponix in grave. Yeah, just put the Ponix in the bag.
All right. Put the Ponix in the bag.
Yep.
All right. Get this
Okay.
guy out of here.
Yep, sure. Declare miasma jargon.
Edie Crow.
Bro. Okay.
Skyburn.
You put the Skyburn in the deck.
You would have to put the Skyburn back? No!
Yep.
Battle.
Okay. Bunk.
Second main, we'll make Zeus.
Oh, okay. I was going to be very surprised if you had the points for that, but... Alright. Stand by.
We'll grab back Ponix.
Main.
Yep.
Oh, Adam just sent me something great. Thanks. Anyway, declare this. You got anything?
Yep. That's fine.
All right. I'm pretty sure. Wait a minute. Yeah, okay. So this special
Shit,
this.
got another one.
Declare this.
Yeah.
You have a third DD Crow.
No, I don't.
Oh, thank you, Christ. Declare this.
Yeah.
Okay. I will be putting a second demigod in this fucking deck. That is ridiculous. That yeah, wow. All right, new chain, declare.
Sure.
All right. Boop boop. And Fire King out.
FKI.
Yep. And then you don't have any triggers off of a face down ding being destroyed, right?
No.
Jesus. What would it be?
Gage, thanks for the sub. Said 6-7. That's like, wait, that's like fucking funny.
It's really funny, actually. Do I just go for it here? Declare this. Special summon it. Oh, I'm epic, actually. Additional normal.
Oh. Okay, sure.
Overlay. Funk.
The fuck is that? Le Vertu. Sure.
Declare its effect to add back demigod. Do I detach for that? Yes, I do.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah.
Yeah. This guy.
Okay.
Boop. Get this. Let's do. Sorry. You know what? Let's just go battle.
We'll try end of main.
Sure.
Kieran.
Yeah.
Garunix.
Yep, you're good.
Garunix.
Mm-hmm.
We'll send Arvada.
Okay.
Arvada.
Sure.
All right.
Man. Both of our decks are just like when
so gummy.
happens, float. Just float.
We all float down here.
So this is what, like, the defense values on the other guys is the same, but Garunix.
Oh yeah, Garunix is slightly bigger. He's 36.
Monsters destroyed in battle. Special summon a Fire King monster. Well, I don't want to do that.
Yeah, he's crazy.
Yeah, that's really fucking aggravating, actually. Yesterday's gameplay, today's cards. Aren't you supposed to pop something on my board with something, or is that like? Oh no, that's when Kieran.
That's when Kieran dies. Yeah.
God, like, oh my god, I really want like a second divinity. This is ridiculous. I cannot believe some of this stuff is coming up. That's crazy.
We're learning.
Dog.
We're learning.
Yeah. Wow, man. I'm like baffled by this, but sure, I'll overlay these.
Yeah.
For the homie.
Yeah, there he is, baby.
There he is.
Yeah, I'll take two.
Cards destroyed and sent to the graveyard. Summon a Fire King monster from your hand or grave, except Avatar Kieran. Then you can destroy a card in the field. Ugh. Bro, that's like so cringe.
It is a little cringe.
Ever. Oh, I have to detach for that. Sorry. Detach.
Yeah.
And then I'll detach for his effect.
Jesus.
To go to 6K. And I will just attack this.
You're like, I don't want to attack any of these other assholes.
I don't want to attack either of these fucking
24.
guys.
24.
24. It's me too. Set. So much stuff is coming up here. We'll pass.
Resolve Arvada.
Yep.
Oh my god, what the fuck? Hi Avatar Garunix.
Yeah, that'll summon and wipe, right?
Yeah, I'll try the wipe.
That's fine. Is that fine? Yeah, that's fine. Nope, that's fine. That's fine.
All right, what you got? You got triggers here?
It would have been the Crystal God, but you don't control any monsters, so.
Okay. I go
Garunix stays.
Kieran 1, Garunix 2.
The Garunix stays.
Oh,
the Garunix
yippee.
stays.
pop this one.
Oh, man, that's the non-targeting one, right? Fuck
Yeah.
me. Shit, dude. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing I could have done about it, so.
Garunix.
Actually, I
Okay,
could
hold up.
have. I could have gone because it's non-targeting, right? Yeah, we'll do it when just the Garunix is on board. We'll go declare, target the Garunix.
Then I get this one.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, and then obviously we'll chain the Paleo Engrave.
Okay.
And then this will go to the grave, of course.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay,
Crystal God effect, no. Oh, it's whatever. Yeah. Don't worry about it.
okay. We'll pop and
Oh, because these were summoned off of triggers. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Nope. It doesn't change much anyway.
okay. A wrong.
Sure.
Ponix. Main phase.
Yep.
Oh my god. Jesus. 36. Okay.
Yeah.
Ponix.
Yep.
You're at 54.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you have game here. 100%.
I do.
Yeah. Oh man, I just needed one fuse to resolve.
That's, I mean, it does kind of suck that it's like, all right, what are the free hand traps? DD Crow Skullmeister in my deck that's trying to resolve Kid Kalos.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, I think your deck is like really close. I didn't realize how good this was.
Okay, the big things here. I'll mill the rest of it.
Yeah.
Okay or not.
Dueling Book. You can only do 10
Dueling
without
Book!
the macros.
Oh Jesus. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this has side deck in it. But whatever. So the idea is like, I'm maining the Shadal stuff right now, but it kind of sucks ass. So I think I'm gonna take it out, and I'm gonna put in more engine because the deck's engine is actually really good in this format. Which
Yeah,
is,
no, it seems crazy. Honestly, it just felt like you needed either to use your points on like Ashes or like a backup engine, right?
The problem that I was having with multiple times throughout this match was that there was only one demigod in the deck, and there was no way to get it back if I couldn't fuse.
Yeah.
So the theory is like every turn you're getting an aqua monster back with Supreme or with Lavirtue. So Lavirtue is getting your stuff back, and then the fusions are also getting your stuff back. And if you have like if you're fusing for Kaleido Heart with King of the Swamp, that puts 2 engine pieces back into the deck that you can search later, so you never run out of stuff. The problem is if the one tier fuser gets banished at all, it's over. So I need to put in extra engine pieces so if my Merly gets DD crowed, I don't just insta die.
Yeah. I don't know. I think you're right that like it definitely I don't know. It definitely seems wrong to be playing the tier stuff.
Well, it's just so good when it works, man.
Yeah, no, I get you.
You should play Leviair.
I wish even if the tiers were like
oh my god,
33,
wait, you're right.
Leviair crazy
No.
here, yeah.
Oh my god, no, that fixes it. Never mind. I'm still in, baby.
You can't
Because
give
if
this
I
man hope, dude.
Instead of Lavirtue, it would have been Leviair. It could have brought back the name, set the tier cache, summon another Sentinel pop the Merly, fuse. Oh, that's busted. We're back.
You can't be
No,
giving
we're so
this guy
back.
this type of power.
Joseph, that literally won me the game. All right, no, I'm fixing that. Okay, thank you so much for the games.
It was
This
fun.
format is epic.
Bye. What a fucking dumbass. Oh my god. Okay. That was fun though. Let's I'm gonna take a piss. Then let's watch some videos and do one of the giveaways. What are your thoughts now? I still love it, man. You know, let me give you my thoughts on the format. It's awesome. It's really cool. Definitely, I think I could cut an Ulcanix. I think the one Ulcanix is super necessary, but I could cut an Ulcanix and like play Ash Blossom. Like, I think that might be the play. I think Ash Blossom's just crazy. You like Dominus Spiral? Add Ground Xeno? I'm not down that bad. Come on, be reasonable. Give us some unhinged premature predictions about where the format is headed. Yeah. None of the uses an old card that's worth 70 or 80 points decks are going to be good at all. That's my prediction. That's not even unhinged. That's just the truth. Oh, man. Okay, we already have 1 million people posting. That's good. Mm. 5 weeks into law school and I'm loving it. How did you like 1L? I didn't. Although I did COVID law school, so I was just logging on to Zoom. Well, let me watch these Chinese babies.
你家 Chinese baby 手中中国 you are 你家 Chinese baby 手中中国 you are 你家 Chinese baby 手中中国 you are 你家 Chinese baby 手中中国 you are你家 Chinese baby 手中中国 you are 你家 Chinese baby 手中中国 you are 你家 Chinese baby 手中中国
How many more babies could there possibly be? Oh, they're all coming back. I keep getting this in my recommendeds, and it rocks. I watch just like once a day. Fuck them up. The way you use YouTube is puzzling. How is this puzzling? This is the ideal way to use YouTube. This will be you in 30 years. This will be me in 3 weeks. This is already what I look like. Is that Mitch McConnell? Yeah, he's practicing. Good to see Paul McCartney is still experimenting with different styles of music. Oh, man. Your YouTube feed scares me. Look at this one. The peaceful countryside of Mongolia. Oh, dude. Oh, dude. Oh, don't tell me he's going to play a stringed instrument out here. Dude. This would fix me. This would actually fix me. You're gonna catch me playing cello out in the middle of the wilderness. That's awesome. There's actually, wait, is this guy like really famous? Look at this. He's got like 1 million videos with millions of views. How did he get up there? Listen, impressive that you exhibit such a mastery with this instrument. How did you get up there? "11 years old." Oh, this rocks. This guy's like really famous. I believe it. I've seen this one a lot. The Epic of Gilgamesh in Sumerian. This one rocks. This is a classic. I can just imagine like showing up to like a bar. This guy's like, all right, for the next 2 hours, I'm going to do the Epic of Gilgamesh. And he starts like that, and I'm like, let's go. I'm in. This guy needs to collab with 6-7. Wait, okay, what would that sound like? The 6-7 song and this guy at the same time? They would be collabing. Let's actually figure that. We could do it right now. That was pretty good, honestly. That was pretty good. Is this the mashup of the summer? All right, let's watch some videos. So, I wanted to watch, Whoa, not YouTube Music. Calm down. I wanted to watch some of the Jesse video where he says Master Duel is fucking pee-pee bad. See if I can find it. Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel freaking sucks right now. And then everyone's talking about Genesis, so... We doing Ghazban Ogress? I do want to watch that for sure. Is there another bad Farfa video? I mean, pretty much every day, right? Looks like not really. He did this hand traps only deck. This deck was cool. I can't believe this video didn't pop. Deck was so nice. The video didn't pop. What did Paul have to say? Hey guys, Paul here. This late stage Yu-Gi-Oh video, we can watch that. And then I wanted to watch the Ghazban Ogress video. The Black Rose deck by Trinity's pretty sick. Oh, hell yeah. Is it on Twitter or something? Hardleg. What did Hardleg say? No, on YouTube? Oh, okay. What's the deal with Genesis format? I mean, we're all making those. Trinity YouTube. Trinity Yu-Gi-Oh! At Trinity Yu-Gi-Oh! God, that sucks. I'm not seeing it. Oh, you mean the other Trinity Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh my god. Oh, wait, is this just an actual deck? It's not Genesis? Oh, man. I wanted it to be Genesis. Gage's video is kind of cooking. We can watch Gage's video.
It's kind of my situation here.
Who's that old Chinese guy? This guy? We can watch that for sure. Do you think the OCG will get Genesis if it does well in the TCG? No. New Ristic Studies video is good? Yes, but it's also like 2 hours. Be reasonable. 47 minutes. All right, I think that's everybody that I wanted to get to. So let's give away one of these card carriers. Card holders. I consider myself a card holder in many ways. So just a quick reminder that today's stream is sponsored by Exter. !Exter in the chat will get you a link to Exter's website where you can buy fine wallets and luxuries using my specific code that can get you up to 45% off of specific items. I am going to give away one of these to an American. You have to be an American that types !raffle in the chat before we are done watching videos. Subscribers get 2 entries, followers get 1. It's literally pay to win. And let's watch some TV.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel is completely terrible right now. I don't know if the format has ever been worse, and it's truly not been fun to play. Straight up.
Look how saturated he is. Is this Dan? Get Dan in here. Dan, you gotta crank down the saturation.
Miserable. I know Farfa has already talked about this.
I hope the bear gets rabies.
And I know it's a big reason why Josh is shifting away from Master Duel. I want to...
Oh. Is that what Josh said in the video? Josh is very good about being like pretty opaque with his reasoning for stuff. I know the real reason he quit Master Duel is because he thinks it's too woke. But it is funny to be like, he's like, yeah, I think my priorities are just shifting. And Jesse's like, he hates it.
To add my own 2 cents, as I know this is still a somewhat active discussion. Now, I guess before I get into my opinions and my ranting, if you will, remember, guys, that I encourage you.
Jesse, you got to upload these faster. I hate to be like this. We're already on to the next thing. We know Master Duel's dead. We're playing Genesis now.
To comment below and to discuss anything related to Yu-Gi-Oh with me. Just remember to do so civilly and treating people with respect.
Absolutely not.
People forget that sometimes in a heated debate, let's all be friends here because it's just a game after all. But on that topic, oh God.
He's like, let's have a spirited debate in the comments. I guess you could say, prove me wrong, but let's keep it civil.
Games are supposed to be fun, right? Because I've certainly not been feeling that way.
That's like a really cool intro to this video. Games are supposed to be fun, right?
The way Master Duel is. Let me give you guys some context. Now, this matters most importantly for myself and the competitive players right now because one of the main ways to qualify for the World Championship is through the Duelist Cup system, which of course there's 3 a year. And then
you excited to play the Duelist Cup this weekend, by the way? They just released a cool new way to play Yu-Gi-Oh! And you still have to do Duelist Cup, everybody.
There's 4 events a year that matter to qualify for the World Championship, and that's only 4 events a year really do we have a chance to really try our asses off to do well. And the first Duelist Cup of this season is going to be this weekend. Oh, well, it's already started actually. Stage 1 is underway, but Stage 2 is the grind. It's a 72-hour kind of free play tournament where you earn points for winning and lose points for losing, and the highest ranking duelists will get points to go to the World Championship, when the winner just earns the invite straight up. Yeah, it's a big deal this weekend, and it should be a ton of fun to watch people stream and make content over it and compete. But as a competitor, I'm looking at this through the lens of someone trying to master the format, trying to learn what's going on, as well as figure out what decks and what techs are going to thrive in the environment. So it also means even beyond just 72 hours of dueling, I've been playing a lot in preparation to, again, hone my craft. It's been rather frustrating. Even before this month, others like myself have voiced their opinions that Malice creates a toxic environment, and Master Duel hasn't been fun for a while as a result, ever since that set came out with Malice in July. Partially because it feels impossible to play against going second.
Yeah.
Hand traps do almost nothing. Ash Blossom, for example, is notoriously bad against Malice, and even other hand traps like Imperm and Veiler do very little, and you can oftentimes just be entirely overridden. And it's the same argument that we've talked about in the past with cards like Snake Eye and U-Bell, where you have to Imperm early on to stop them altogether, because they start playing, they spiral so fast that there's no choke points, and there's no way your hand traps can actually be meaningful. It means that there's very little decision making when interacting with the opponent when you go second, and it also means that if you don't stop them, it's not going to end in a weaker field. They're just going to make the full field while you've lost cards in your hand. And these combo decks where you have to hit the starters and pray that it works, like against Malice and the new Rizal variants, you lose that dynamic, and it creates these games that feel over within the first 5 seconds of the duel. You're comparing both hands, they summon the starter, you see if you can handle it. And the World Championship felt like that too. The first win rate for World Championship this year was incredibly high, and that's even considering that there wasn't all Malice and Rizal, there were other decks that had to be played as well. And when that's the case, of course, those other decks are going to be worse, because you have 2 better ones and then a worse deck. Still, if you watch that tournament, you know that oftentimes the games felt immediately over within the first turn. And
man, I mean, the number one thing I would be disappointed about if I was Konami is the viewer experience that resulted from these events. It was pretty frustrating to be like, yeah, there's no recompense here. The only thing you can possibly do is open one of our 8 maxis.
Even when you got to play going second into a field, anything you could try and accomplish felt almost pointless. It also stems from the fact that Malice has an excellent resource follow-up because you're putting a bunch of cards in grade that all trigger immediately when banished, and you have many ways to do that, with March Hair cycling back in itself being an easy one. So even if you're able to exit on the field as Rizal, it's almost false hope. If you can't exit on the field and deal with other stuff coming at you, it's still lost. You could take the perspective of playing a second deck and try and break the field with more dedicated board breakers, but it still rarely works against Malice because the end field is so strong.
It's so resilient.
And beyond being strong, it's layered. And what that means is even if you clear the entire field, so kill every card, Duster, Lightning Storm, say both go off uncontested and the board is clear. They have March Hair now, they can banish Whitebinder from the grave, draw a card with Whitebinder. And mind you, deck plays a ton of hand traps, they can draw both Jesse Cat and Whitebinder. They have 3 to 4 draws because they can Whitebinder on your turn as well. And then Whitebinder will banish from the grave a White Rabbit and a Cryptor. So Cryptor is going to come back, it's going to be another banish, as well as the White Rabbit is going to set in MTP. So they have another banish. So now through you clearing the field and using 2 cards, they've drawn 4 cards, which can be more disruptions, as well as developed 2 non-targeting banishes, which are very awesome disruptions. And this is on top of, anything else that might be happening too. And mind you, this was all last format. This is all a month ago, because actually it's worse. People like myself are already kind of doom and gloom about the state of the format. I mean, I voiced my opinions of not liking Malice in the TCG, and it took people a while.
Dude, he looks rough in this picture.
To kind of come around to my way of thinking, and maybe some still haven't, but we're now in that position in Master Duel. One thing that Master Duel Malice didn't have for the longest time is it didn't have the same card pool that other regions did. So no Administer card.
It didn't have backup Administer,
no Wizard Administer, and no Allied Code Talker Administer. It did have the advantage of being the only format with Appaloosa and Link Decode legal, with neither being legal in the TCG, and you still finding the deck frustrating. And now in September, if you guys haven't been aware, those cards are out now. So Malice is now the strongest it has ever been in any format. So it is stronger than it ever has been in both the TCG and the OCG, because it has the complete card pool with no restrictions. It has 2 gold sarcophagus as opposed to 1 in the TCG, and it also has Decoder and Appaloosa legal. And with this Allied Code Talker, that also means you now have access to an Omni Negate without having to play bad cards like Terror Hearts, in my opinion. So board breakers are even less effective, and the end board is even stronger, as well as Cyber's Wicked means that your end fields can be like you have more bodies to make your end field. So it's not like you're choosing between Appaloosa and Terror Hearts or Terror Hearts Allied Code. You're making both, and there are many hands where I go Appaloosa up top, and then you have Firewall below that, and then linked to that is your Allied Code Talker. And then, of course, you have March Hare in hand. So that's going to set up the Cryptor Banish, the MCP Banish, and the Whitebinder Banish. You get 4 draws in the process, and of course, you have these 3 powerful boss monsters on your field. That's really, really powerful. I shouldn't have to say that unless you mess up, you should not be able to lose these games. And the thing is, even if you do mess up using interactions, most hands your opponent will throw at you still cannot beat you. And even the dedicated breaker decks like Gem Knight and Tempai will have a hard time. Malice creates this almost insurmountable threat with almost no way to handle it. What is the approach that's being taken to combat that? Because obviously, not like there's nothing you can do. There's not much, but it does get a bit worse. So obviously, the best way to handle Malice is with Artifact Lancia. A lingering floodgate, something
which
I've
just
always
wins
being
the
very
game.
helpful for the game for a long time. That, of course, you tribute it in the hand, and until the end of the turn,
fun
your opponent cannot banish it, but neither player can. But Malice can not function that well under this card. With the new Ignition cards, they actually have some counterplay, but one, it's not consistent, and 2, it's actually beatable to half field. But then there are many hands where if they don't draw the right cards, they will just pass. The problem with that is, of course, Master Duel is best of 1. So for you to do that, you have to play Lancia in the main deck. Lancia is pretty useless against most other decks. Again, you're adding more variance to a game where now you're just going to draw Lancia in a bunch of cases where it's entirely useless. And in fact, you see other people switch away from Malice because every single person is main decking 3 Artifact Lancias. Of course, the other solutions to this are playing Maxi and Moltron Fualos. Fualos is honestly, I think, healthy into Malice because it forces them onto a half field, and they can do so almost every time, and it gives you an actual fighting chance in some matchups. Not every. Rizal, I think, still struggles into a Malice half field, but that's a Rizal problem, not a format problem. And I think if there were more cards that replicated that situation, you could have healthy games. Lancia is hit or miss if it accomplishes that, and Maxi goes too far because it's way too powerful in second.
Right.
Still, the trend here is you're relying on Lingering Floodgates to even have a chance versus Malice. Lingering Floodgates, of course, being cards that once activated, apply an imposition or like some restriction onto the opponent that they cannot get rid of for the rest of the turn unless they place a new Lingering Floodgate on top, and we'll get to that as well because that's fun. But definitely my least favorite aspect of Yu-Gi-Oh! And they, for what it's worth, have mostly been moving away from cards like this in terms of card design. But of course, Maxi still exists, one of the most infamous one. It's very frustrating to play against. It feels like the games are decided immediately, and you have no real recourse, right? I've often defended Yu-Gi-Oh! As being a fast game that ends in 1-2 turns, because as long as both players are interacting, making decisions, and actually engaging with each other within those 1-2 turns, it's fine. It's just the turn count isn't what matters. It's not interactions. But when the game is over in 1 or 2 turns, but one player doesn't get to do anything, that isn't fun. That's not good Yu-Gi-Oh! I think that's relatively
It is cool to be like, the counterplay is one player doesn't play. Exciting, right?
What about this game do you enjoy then? Because for me, that's not interesting. It feels like flipping coins while playing solitaire at the same time, and that's not good.
No, it's very bad.
The format has evolved into a point where people are main decking a lot of Lingering Floodgates because it feels like their only answer. And now, Malice's next best bet to combat this is to main deck Duel and Lockbird, which of course you'll know I also have great disdain for because it is yet another Lingering Floodgate. Stopping searching is truly backbreaking to decks that need to search. I feel like there are other ways to manage combos and resources with better disruptions than just saying you can't. Duel Lockbird is good in Malice because Malice does not search. So when you get Maxi or Fualos, you can draw yourself.
You draw
it's not a full combo, but it's enough of a combo that most decks still cannot win. And this time when I say most decks, I mean like 95% of decks can win, including the Malice mirror match, because your end field, depending on what you drew to extend with, could be the full field. Even if not, it's still rather strong. And it just entirely negates the Maxi or the Fu after one draw. Oh, and if you're playing a Rizal deck and you're like happy that Duel Lockbird is used out of their hand, don't get ahead of yourself. Firewall Dragon can return it to the hand. If they see you like activate a bonfire on your turn, they go chain Firewall, add back roll, and you just have fun because the game is still over. And that is even if Rizal I felt like had a chance in that position. I really don't think it does.
Which they don't.
That is more for Tempai decks that are more dedicated to breakers and might have a small chance because the Malice player was denied the ability to draw cards like Impulse and Nash. Now Malice has more outs to Maxi.
Also, they get 4 draws, so
now if you're playing any
they can
other sort of
find
deck
draw
to try and cope with the Malice metagame and the Lancia minigame, like Rizal, you're gonna get draw to shit now, and Rizal struggles with draw. And on the topic of Rizal's also become an uber oppressive deck. It's not.
This is the other thing that's irritating. Is like this would be one thing if Malice was like this incredibly broken tier 0 deck that people were upset about, which I think that it is. But it's like, so what's the second best deck? It's actually just as annoying.
You know, we talked about it being somewhat engaging to play with back in December in the TCG, but Master Duel never had that option as Star Rizal came out. Now, it's important to go back to what I said, where Rizal had this choke point, where if you interacted with Duo Drive, you didn't stop them from playing altogether. They ended on a half field, and then you could engage in a grind game. That is what many players, like myself, would consider a good game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Because now it becomes actual critical thinking, and you have to adapt. That's interesting, not memorizing combos and lines and bullshit. But with Star Rizal, what happens is, your opponent starts with X or Ice, or any of the searchers to get those, they can eventually get to an Ice special summon a Star. Star then sets up Cross. Cross for one can stop hand traps, but now, even if you have Imperm for Duo Drive, the Cross is there with Detonator. And the biggest thing is you want to deny that from happening, because Cross and Detonator as a combination is so hard to overcome. And now you just can't stop that with just an Imperm.
Even the Star isn't annoying. I think just the end board.
You can't force them to
the end board that's being played in Master Duel because it's best of one.
You're forced on this approach of suffocating the starter, which is unreliable and creates, again, very boring games where you're crossing your fingers, your opponent just doesn't have more monsters. When you maxi your Fuwa, or if your opponent gets the full combo with Rizal, they may just full combo anyways because the deck's half field isn't that good. And they'll go for Starliege, Baguska, Duo Drive with the cross and the traps.
Awesome.
Star Leech will make all the monsters untargetable, including itself, and then Baguska will be a floodgate. I'm sorry, at what point did I say I liked a floodgate that can't be targeted or destroyed by card effects? Awesome card design. And that's why, like, I've occasionally kind of pushed for a Baguska ban, because there are many formats where the card is just truly a wretch on the metagame.
Yeah.
It's not like the worst offender in this format, because
But it
everything else
is
a bigger problem.
frustrating.
But when players are forced to go for lingering floodgates and stuff, and they have to push through these cards to do what they can, they're enticed to go Baguska. And because breakers are so unfeasible
Wrong
right now,
Baguska.
you can't play
That's the
cards
right
to beat the
Baguska.
Baguska. The irony is, I've seen people play some board breakers to beat this Baguska, but then again, now you're putting bad cards against Malice and more matchup variance, and general utility cards feel at an all-time low right now, because you have to dedicate into hoping you're playing against the right setup, builds to beat that setup, and then otherwise go first. Because if you're not doing one of those two things, you're just
Baylor,
losing.
miserably
Again,
bad.
not interaction-based, not critical thinking-based. It's bad Yu-Gi-Oh! Ryzel is honestly also pretty toxic right now. I think
Yeah.
Ryzel does have a little more interesting push behind it. For one, it's a little better going second into like fields, except for Malice of all things. The mirror match itself is somewhat better. That deck can be interacted with in a grind game fashion sometimes, but it's still, I'm not thrilled with the way Ryzel interacts in the game. I think if Star Ryzel didn't exist, it'd be a lot better. Star Ryzel, talking of the card, is a card I've kind of gone a note to say. It's one of the most worst designed cards in recent history, because I thought Ryzel was interestingly designed before that. The deck is linear. It doesn't have a whole lot of decision making in combos. That's fine. Every deck has to be a combo deck. But where the deck I felt was interesting was, again, you had these decision points where to interact with the deck, and depending on how you interacted, you have different outcomes you have to deal with, and it would force both players, again, to be flexible. Something that is lost within Yu-Gi-Oh! In this landscape, and it's very core piece of Yu-Gi-Oh's identity, the flexibility and utility within cards, and that's lost. Star's release meant that flexibility got removed, because now you don't have one choke points, you have two, you need two choke points to do something meaningful. And the other problem with Star is it requires adding a brick to your deck to make it work. It is powerful enough that
it feels bad to play as well.
Play Star, but now you have another card you want to draw on your deck. And to me, it's like the worst type of card. A card that makes the deck
you don't want to
to
play, and it
very
removes
exceedingly
options
so.
from your
So you
opponent.
have to play it, but it's also a bad draw in itself. So it still makes the deck less consistent, which is frustrating to play with and against. Because you're playing Ryzel, you don't want to brick, obviously. And when you're playing against any opponent, it may feel good to win, but it also feels rather unrewarding to watch your opponent go, I guess I'll pass on their first turn, because they have nothing. I think cards need to reflect card design that doesn't have bricking in it, or if they're going to be bad draws, at least make them usable. Like Sword Ryzel is not a good draw to normal summon, but drawing it and normal summoning it, I don't feel like the world is over. I at least have options. Like, I get they're trying to balance it, but it's going to be a problem either which way, the way they've designed it initially. So they really haven't fixed any problems. Now, you can see me sit here and complain about decks like Gem Knight and Tempai. They're now popping with meta as hope to beat the Rogue Ryzel players, and maybe Lancia out the what's called Malice opponents. But in truth, I really don't feel like those are that a problem right now. Those decks may not even exist if we were in a healthier format, where they're trying to thrive on the sort of
I think Gem Knight's cool,
where lingering
though.
floodgates are the only thing that works. And when you build your deck so much to combat your opponent going first, going second decks have a little more room to breathe. Still, though, those decks are not something I'm thrilled with as far as options. This is the predicament I'm finding myself in. Games end immediately to bricking way more often, because you have to find space for non-engine. Games end to lingering floodgates, whether it be Maxi, Lancia, or Droll, like immediately. Boards are unbeatable, whether it be Ryzel or Malice. Overall, decision making in the game feels at an all-time low. I'll say that I've seen some people, cough Juday, say that the format's not that bad.
He's like, all right, now time for the Judeu part of the game.
They're excited to play. And I appreciate optimism. I do like
Judeu loves this game. I don't know what to say. He's the number one. He loves this game.
optimism, and I would love to come here with more like cheer and share some Christmas spirits and say that things are good. But I mean, I think TCG is better right now, but I don't think National is. I'll be blunt and
TCG is so good right now.
honest when I think it's time. And usually indicators if you're having fun. I'm not. Part of the argument is that you still have interesting games. And yes, these can occur. For one particular, I like when you follow some Malice. And if it's a Malice mirror, you can get interesting games. Or games where both players draw a lot of cards like Impermanent and Pulse. And then it becomes an actual navigation of using disruptions, because both players have more non-engine than they do engine. But those, for the most part, ignore the lingering floodgates. So they have to hope that doesn't happen. But also, it doesn't happen that often. Yu-Gi-Oh! At the end of the day, is still Yu-Gi-Oh! We haven't gone that far removed, thankfully, that it's entirely flipping coins. It still feels like these situations happen significantly less than they do before. And understanding the Duelist Cup is about volume of games being played as well. When you play 300 games, there will be a fair number of them that can end up being interesting and skill testing. And that's why probably what will happen this weekend is still the better players will do well. But for me in a game, if it's good 1 every 10 games, not to spam constant games for it to be enjoyable, that's not a good game. I'd rather that most of the games are good and there's occasional bad ones than the inverse. And I feel like that should be obvious. But I'm still going to reflect this because some people say they have fun playing still. And I mean, they're allowed to have fun. But for the most part, it really isn't. There are many games that really just are not interesting. And I'm rolling my eyes. Yep, here we go again. Oh, on top of the Lancia and Maxi minigame is the call-by minigame now. You know how many times I've had like double Lancia and they go call-by on the Lancias. Or I have
I fucking love Call By being it too.
call-by and my opponent Max sees me and I call-by it and they Lancia me and I'm playing Ryzel. So I'm like, nice, the Lancia that's supposed to be dead against me now screws me over. Lingering floodgates are a problem. They need better disruptions for going first, or for going second, so you can like combat going first. That's not lingering floodgate based. And they need to tone down these combo decks in a way where at least it feels like you have choke points you can interact with, because right now this feels terrible. And I guess I'm just reliving memories from the TCG, but it's worse because of Apo, Link Decoder, and Maxi. They've just made it worse. I am curious if anybody does actually enjoy the format, and if you do, I'm not attacking you, just I'm curious. Explain your
Fuck you.
reasoning. Be genuine here, right? Because again, I want to have a forum where we can communicate in a friendly manner with each other, which I know doesn't always happen. And I'm sorry if I perpetuate that to any degree. Call me on my shit if I do. but stability is important. And yeah, I will still be playing the Duels Cup. I don't think I'll be streaming it because I want to try focus, and it does distract me. I might record my run and then post it onto the highlights channel afterwards. You can find the link for down below. So subscribe to that channel if you haven't already to keep up with that. But hopefully it goes well for me. And the thing is, just because Master Duel is bad right now doesn't mean it will always be bad. Keep in mind that I think last year around this time we felt TCG was worse with Snake Eye, but Master Duel was better.
Yeah.
There were less Omni-Nates in the game, and even though Fire King and Bell were strong like they were in the TCG, without cards like Large Rust and Fiendsmith cards, it felt like you had more real games and you could actually break through fields and play. Format wasn't perfect, but it was a fine format. So things can change for both the TCG and Master. You may see the roles reversed once again, and I hope that Konami's paying attention to what we're saying so that they can fix stuff. Now, I'd like Maxi to go, but there's other problems besides Maxi that need addressing right now. And I will certainly hope that they pay attention to this to not kind of create these environments again, especially because there's more Duels Cups in the year, and hopefully by the next one, I'll feel more happy about going into that event. Anyways, guys, that's my rant for now. Hopefully
Oh man, I love these like totally unscripted Jesse rants where he's just like, I got some bullet points. We're gonna get to the bullet points. I don't know. I don't think it's anything we haven't heard before. You know, I don't think it's like any novel insight. I think it is just everyone is so clearly fed up with the obvious problems with the format. That's one of the things that's pretty insightful for me, because as a content creator, a lot of the time what we do is we have to invent a way that Yu-Gi-Oh's dying so that we can complain about it and make a video called Yu-Gi-Oh's dying. But right now, everyone is having the same grievance, which is Master Duel is in the middle of a Tier 0 format functionally. The only deck that's even remotely competitive with that Tier 0 strategy is the most boring shit in the history of time. And because it's best of one and they have not built a ban list tailored to best of one, so many games are decided by Lingering Floodgates, or who found their Maxi, who found their Fuelos, who found their Droll and Lockbird, who found their Lancia, or I have a fucking unbreakable board, you can't possibly defeat me. And I don't know, there is a way out. There is an obvious way out that they will not take. The less obvious way out is to just wait for the Jush decks. During that time, you will not catch me playing too much Master Duel, I'll be completely honest. All right, next up. Let's look at
a Discord or whatever.
We are living in late stage Yu-Gi-Oh! This comes from APS Amplifier. This is the second Team APS channel. They made this channel because people were mad that Paul kept uploading a video called Yu-Gi-Oh! Is Dying to Team APS every 4 days.
Hey guys, Paul here. So today I wanted to talk about the idea of what I call late stage Yu-Gi-Oh! And if you're hearing that, you're probably thinking, oh god, what are you talking about this time? I understand.
Paul is a secret Maoist.
This is basically the idea that Yu-Gi-Oh! It's gone on for 25 years. Konami wouldn't let
Paul
us
is
forget
a
it for while.
dangest.
But like any game or its franchise, IP, or whatever that goes on that
Paul
long,
is a
things
trot.
change and develop and mature over time, both internally, as in like, you know, the game itself, and also externally, the players and the people that play with and engage with it. And it can have some really good parts, some benefits, and also maybe some negatives, some downsides, some ramifications. And so I wanted to discuss how I sort of feel about it and also hear what other people think about this late stage Yu-Gi-Oh! That we are living in.
Okay, so first and foremost, I got to say, Paul, you got to get a fitted frame for those almost giant cards. The mid-sized giant cards do not fit very nicely in the frame size that you have picked out. You got to get a slightly smaller one. Unless I'm crazy and there's no backing and they're those like trendy invisible frames. I have one of those for my semi-giant card that I like a great deal.
So, obviously, there are some really great parts about Yu-Gi-Oh! Today, some really amazing conveniences that we have that did not always exist. For instance, we always know about the release of new cards long ahead of time. Like, literally, whenever cards get revealed in the OCG, they're translated within, like, the hour and posted on Yu-Gi-Oh! Organization, Reddit, Twitter. We've got these sites like Yu-Gi-Oh! News, TCG, where you can just immediately see a new card and its effects and the art, and it's in great detail, and it's very easy to share. If you think about just how easy it is to find those images, toss them into your group chat or your, you know, Discord or whatever, and people can just know what's coming up. In addition to that, there's so much coverage that's done on the competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! Scene in Japan and the OCG that we oftentimes even know what formats might look like ahead of time. What
shout out Road to the King, shout out That's it. That's the only one.
Decks we can expect to be strong. What decks kind of seem like they underperformed. What tech cards are people messing around with over in OCG land before it comes to the TCG, so we can get new ideas to play with before they're even around. In addition to that, there are loads of other nice things, like being able to know card value and card prices on hand. Like, because we've got smartphones, it's extremely easy to just look up the price of a card that you're trying to trade for or buy. And that helps a lot because it means that it's not likely that you'll just get scammed outright. I remember a period of time where it was not really the case that either of these two things existed. For instance, with card reveals, you might remember Shriek TCG if you're like a real old head. It was one of those sites that would do like OCG card reveals and try to translate them. But
who here remembers
Shriek? Like, not everybody really knew about it. Oftentimes, when a new set came out, people were just like, "Oh, I have no clue what's in here besides the basic idea of maybe the cover card." And similarly with trades, it was really easy to get scammed, particularly if you're like a newer or a younger player and you just didn't know the value of your cards. Somebody like might pull a card that's worth like $80 and not know that it's worth $80, or even just like a card that's worth $12 because it's a common that.
It's so hard to scam children these days. We used to be a proper country.
Recently went up in price, like maybe Blackwing Gale the Whirlwind in like 2009 or whatever. It was like a rare that was worth about $10 for a while, but like if you're a random kid, you might not have known that and had a couple of copies of Gale and gotten scammed out of them and whatever, right? And so this has made things like trading and buying a lot safer and like just more protected for new or more vulnerable people. In addition to that, there are just other nice things, like again, event coverage has evolved
which sucks.
but more live streams for YCS events, and there's just way more resources available, more places to talk about the game online, more tools and guides and stuff like that.
We're not just sequestered to Pojo forums or Duelist grounds.
It's really good. I mean, there's just a lot of benefits, right? It's easier than ever to like get the resources you need to improve at the game, quickly learn what cards you need to buy, quickly find the values of those cards, and even know what's on the horizon. So why then do I frame it as though it might be a bad thing? Well,
I am interested in hearing this because he basically spent 4 minutes gassing up our current Yu-Gi-Oh environment.
People feel that late-stage Yu-Gi-Oh, I guess they're not calling it that, but the sentiment that I've sort of gleaned from a lot of people is that Yu-Gi-Oh doesn't feel the same anymore. And this gets a little bit
Yeah, we're 30.
nebulous because it kind of varies from person to person. But effectively, we're kind of talking about the whole idea that like in Yu-Gi-Oh today, there maybe are people who feel like there's not as much creativity in deck building, or there's not as much discovery in new cards and packs.
That is certainly true. Yeah, that is definitely, that is 1,000,000% true, for sure.
So for instance, if a new set comes out and we already kind of know what the best deck in the set or what the best cards to get are going to be, then it means that people spend a lot less time filtering through the commons and the other interesting stuff. And so there's less of a chance that a card can sort of like come out of nowhere and surprise people and be really playable. Somebody might stumble onto some cool tech card. And I do remember that when I was first getting into like competitive Yu-Gi-Oh, we're talking kind of 2008, 2009, this was a much more common occurrence. People might kind of find a card that they didn't know was good until a few months or even sometimes years after the fact as the metagame would evolve. But nowadays, it does sometimes feel like decks and combos and stuff get solved like day one, hour one even, right?
Yeah.
Like a new archetype gets revealed and people have already labbed out combos for it.
There's already a Duel Daddy post that's like, here's how you play it, you know?
Right. And posted them online. And so it's kind of like, man, do you prefer that the game be something where like you can quickly get that solved or nearly solved information, or do you want more time to sort of like experiment and learn on your own? And that's not to say that you can't just sort of disconnect yourself from it. Like no one's forcing you to watch combos of the new archetype the moment that it comes out, but it certainly is a thing that will kind of reach you through Yu-Gi-Oh osmosis in some form or fashion. And some people don't like that. Some people like the sense of discovery and they feel that it's lost. Also, as far as, you know, card values and secondary market being determined, I think that this one's a little bit different. Generally, I like that you kind of can just know what your cards are worth because I don't want people getting scammed. I've gotten scammed plenty when I was just getting into
I think it's important to scam people all the time.
the game. And I don't think that that's one of those things where like the kids today need to experience getting ripped off in trades to build character. No, it's really not like that.
I agree.
But I do think that there has been increasingly a greater and greater sentiment towards like, you know, it's buying singles, right? Like don't buy the sealed packs, just buy the singles. It's better expected value. And that's true. But I do think that maybe back in the day, people were more willing to buy sealed product from their card shop just for the magic of opening packs or maybe to support their locals. And it's gotten a little bit tricky because like, I still think that buying singles is just the way to go, but like I sometimes feel sympathetic towards my card shop when they can't sell a box for the $90 MSRP that it is.
It is like, yeah, we're like, yeah, you got to buy singles. You got to buy singles. I mean, I guess the card shops do actually have to buy or sell the sealed product, huh?
It sucks though because it's like, well, should I buy a $90 box that I'm definitely not going to make my money back on just to support my locals? I don't know. I do like to buy a few stray packs here and there, like this for fun. Like I'll buy like one or two, but it is getting harder and harder to like justify buying boxes. And I think that with late stage Yu-Gi-Oh, a lot of this sort of begins to compound because like it's easy to almost get a little bit jaded towards the game of Yu-Gi-Oh in general.
Yeah.
The idea that all the decks are solved, the idea that the packs aren't worth anything and I should just barely buy any singles, just a few things that I want. The idea that trading is kind of dead at local card shops. That's something that I've seen and experienced quite a bit of myself. People sometimes don't even have trade binders at all, or they don't really bring.
Dude, people do not trade anymore. A couple of months ago, I went to locals. I started going to locals with the express like goal of performing a trade. And it's really hard. A lot of people just don't bring stuff or they're like, I'm not really looking for anything. It's crazy.
Bring their trade binders to locals. Trades just don't really happen. In fact, most people just buy the cards they need. Even if we're not talking like buying singles on TCG Player, just like the trades at locals are more like, you have it, I'll PayPal you the money.
That's the other thing, though. It's not like card for card. They're like, what do you have some? I'll PayPal you.
I'll Venmo you the money, right? So there's less trading and therefore less of that collecting magic there. And I have to say, too, that it's not like the old way was necessarily better in that regard. Like, just like with the card value thing, trades could still just involve getting ripped off. So like,
yeah,
I don't know
of
if it
course,
was actually perfect or anything like that.
But it does. It is different.
Old
It's
school
different.
Yu-Gi-Oh
And
or
for
whatever,
people who say that it's
however
different,
grand and
you know,
rosy
they
it might
are
have looked,
correct.
still had a metagame, still had known best cards and decks that dominated. So that feeling of discovery and individuality might have been something that was more so just in the heads of like a casual Yu-Gi boomer type, as opposed to something that actually existed. It might have just been sort of the nostalgia of the playground.
Trading was bartering. We moved on to paper currency and the civilization ladder. Let me know when we enter the Iron Age.
As real as it seemed. It's hard to say. I mean, like, I don't know if I have a necessary preference. I think that basically late stage Yu-Gi-Oh can sometimes feel a little bit sterile, I will admit. But I do think that, like, overall, I still prefer it to how things were back in the past. Partly because back in the past, I couldn't buy Yu-Gi-Oh cards for myself anyway. So, like, it wasn't a matter of, like, oh, buy a box versus buying singles. I was,
Right.
however many years old in elementary school, and I could not buy packs on my own accord. So
Right, of
maybe
course.
that's, like, just better, just me being older helps out. But, like, I don't know. I kind of, it's a very left and right thing. Like, I'm not really sure how we feel. Not left and right in, like, the political sense, but, like, just,
He's like, he had to back it up. He's like, sorry, I mean.
It's multifaceted thing. And I want to hear how people feel about this. Where do you land? Do you prefer Yu-Gi-Oh now where things feel like they're solved, the information's right out there, but maybe it's less experimental and fun? Or do you prefer, like that method because it's you want efficiency and you want speed and you want to be able to kind of like get into the game faster? And this is all to not even be talking about the actual power creep and game design and stuff, because that's sort of a different conversation. Although a connected one. I don't know. Let me know how you feel about it. Let me know all of your thoughts and opinions down below in the comments. I'll be reading and hopefully being able to respond to a few as well. You like late stage Yu-Gi-Oh, or do you think that maybe this is just more of my bullshit rambling? Which it is. Okay, I'll see you guys in the next one. Faster.
I mean, yeah. I will say, I think that I think it's weird to call this late stage Yu-Gi-Oh because, like, I don't know, that evokes, obviously the analog is late stage capitalism or like zombie capitalism, and it means a very specific thing that I don't think he's trying to evoke here. I think he's just talking about a transformation in Yu-Gi-Oh that occurred as information became more available to people. Is Paul a third worlder? Yo, wait. Paul, talk to me about nuclear distribution. Anyway, the deal is, I think that he's right that it's different, obviously. Of course it's different. A lot of the reason it's different is just because everyone got older, I think. I think that there were a lot of people already living this way in, like, 2007 that we just weren't privy to because we were getting scammed. But I don't know. I don't know what to say other than it is different. I don't necessarily think it's better or worse. There are social parts of card games like trading that I do very much miss, but at the end of the day, when I made a goal for myself to do trades at locals, I was like, I'm just trading to trade. I don't actually really need anything. And I think a lot of people were in that position as well. Yeah. It is kind of funny that he made this video. He's like, yup, it's me, Fukuyama. We have made it to the end of history. And then the next day, Yu-Gi-Oh! Was like, there's now Yu-Gi-Oh! 2. All right. Last one I want to watch is this. The Story of Ghazban Ogress. This is a, here, let me move this off the screen up here. This is a video by The Tranquil Domain. It is really interesting. This is about Magic the Gathering. Time for your MTG lessons, chat. It's about a very specific card with a very frustrating backstory. All right, I've always said... no, it's card games obviously have not always been great with women to this day. But this card has a very, very interesting backstory that is really gross.
What was I going to do? This was Mark Rosewater.
Welcome to the Tranquil Domain.
Today we're going to talk about one of the most offensive Magic cards ever printed.
But it's not on the list of the 7 cards that Wizards has published.
Okay, so first and foremost, Wizards said they're never going to print these 7 cards again because they're too offensive, and they are Imprison, which has like a guy in a gimp suit on it. Pradesh, I don't think I can say that word anymore. Invoke Prejudice, which is literally just the clan. Jihad, Crusade, Stone Throwing Devils, and Cleanse, which says all black creatures in play are destroyed. But this one didn't make the cut, and part of that is because it's silver border, but part of it is also because of some, the people responsible and very specific attitudes.
Publicly recognized as offensive.
It's one that flew under the radar somehow.
It started as an inside joke around the pro Magic circuit. It was classic 90s bullying, a nickname given to a real person. Teenagers making fun of other teenagers. A girl dated a Magic player, and then a different Magic player. So they called her Gaz, after Ghazban Ogress, the only creature that changed controllers.
Awesome, right? First off, awesome. First off, girl dates 2 Magic players, and they come up with a nickname for how slutty she is. All right, that's already just a fantastic... The joke almost writes itself. Dating 2 Magic players, unheard of. Oh, man. Classic Magic the Gathering misogyny. Well, it gets a lot worse than this.
We aren't excusing anyone who participated, but it's fair to assume that most of these people are adults who would make better decisions now.
But Wizards printed the joke onto a card,
Printing a sexist in-joke into the game for eternity.
Cool.
That card is Ghazban Ogress.
That's Cathy Nicoloff, but...
Now, this card's been publicly discussed a few times since then.
But never by Wizards. Cedric and Pat at the Receivables talked about it a bit.
Ghazban
My goats! My goats!
Ogress is a misogynistic in-joke about a female player dating multiple pros. And this is one of my least favorite things that I have found in my research of doing this show ever.
It's disgusting, and when people will try to hand wave the history of misogyny in the game or in the community or whatever, it's like, not only was this a joke, this went to print.
You can't do anything else but laugh at the concept that they were like, all right, so the joke is there was this one woman, we'll call her a whore, who dated two men, one right after the other. I can't believe that would happen. And we are going to codify that into a fucking card forever. Oh man, I love Magic, man. It is just the greatest game of all time. And not to pretend that this sort of misogyny isn't rampant in Yu-Gi-Oh! Or baked into kind of the very foundations of pretty much every card game, but we don't have a fucking card called "Look at this disgusting woman."
Yeah, people thought this was a funny enough wink and a do you know what this is all about? That they printed it in a set that they sold in stores.
You could go to the store and buy this card.
Grotesque. Yeah, it's awful. Absolutely awful. An embarrassment. A stain on the game.
And also, the card has come up in some discussions in our interviews.
Rosewater is completely 100% responsible for Unglued. Just inserts a joke about one of the very few women in the community for the grave offense of dating, having had relationships with multiple Magic pros.
I mean, this is, I talk about it all the time, how Magic is a very, they pride themselves as like a safe, wholesome company, right? In they do the type of like, we believe all viewpoints need to be respected, including landlords type, cozy, like LGBTQ acceptance type shit. Make no mistake. This fucking company is riddled with like the worst misogynists ever, as evidenced by the fact that to this day, they don't say shit about this card.
The same thing that people make fun of Taylor Swift for now. Like completely not scandalous.
That's awesome.
And just lampoon her on a card.
The Tranquil Domain, we haven't made a lot of content about our own opinions.
We
90s to 2010 MTG was just Women Hater 9000. Yeah, what changed in
We could take this
2010?
opportunity to explain all the obvious ways in which this card is a problem and should never have seen print.
We could say that this card sent a strong anti-woman message in a game that was struggling to retain women and elevate them to the pro level.
Was struggle.
Men Woman Haters Club.
We could say that it's a sexist double standard to shame a woman for dating multiple people in a world that lionizes men for doing the same.
We could say that reducing someone's love life to a punchline and then immortalizing the joke for eternity is way beyond the level of bullying that Magic has worked for decades.
Man, fuck. Daisy of Love, still the greatest show of all time.
To erase from its culture.
We could point out that Wizards has had a chance to acknowledge this card and apologize for it when they came out with a list of other offensive cards they want the world to forget about.
We could show the original sketches for the artwork and point out how they clearly used a real-life person as a reference.
That's unbelievable, man. Yeah, we just drew her on the card.
And then for some reason resketched it to make the Ogress uglier.
We could just point out that it isn't a woman watching a game and hoping to leave with the winner. It's actually two men playing for the ultimate prize of her attention. The implication that she is keeping score actually doesn't exist until Mark covers Unglued in one of his articles.
We could point out how turning a woman into an ogre is dehumanizing and defeminizing.
And that every other artwork in Magic that depicts a real person carries a human creature type.
That's so funny. They didn't even make her human. Well, what were we supposed to do? There's not a woman creature type.
But honestly, it isn't our place to do any of that. Because at the end of the day, the most important thing is how the actual person that was bullied was affected, and how they felt about the card when it was printed, and how they feel about it now.
The story and the card belong to Cathy.
People like to disparage Cathy and make fun of her and call her the Ghazban Ogress. She's a fucking badass.
I'm Cathy Nicoloff.
Okay. So this is the woman featured on Ghazban Ogress.
People used to call me Cathy when I was younger. I studied nuclear astrophysics in grad school, and I recently started playing Magic again after a 20-year break. Well, this time I decided not to indulge my competitive side.
Adam,
though.
take
I
10.
mostly
What
play
the
casual
fuck?
Commander.
Not the time,
I
man.
still caretake the classicdojo.org website and have done so for the past 23 years. I created that site based on an archive that Frank Kusamoto sent me of his original dojo. So that's a good historical site to look at if you want to look at what Magic was like in the old days. I created in 2000 the spiritual successor to the Magic Dojo, which was Meridian Magic. And it was so popular that the connection logs actually had people from Renton, like WotC headquarters, connecting to it every day. It must have been
I miss when the internet looked like this.
like their start page on their browser. They had a qualifier for Pro Tour Dallas in 1996 in Texas, and it was a 4-slot qualifier held the
Dojo Core?
weekend
Yeah.
before the Pro Tour. So like if you won this qualifier, you were going to have 1 week to play test a deck for the Pro Tour. And of course the qualifiers were different formats than the Pro Tours. That qualifier for Pro Tour Dallas 96, I wound up winning. It was an absolutely massive qualifier because it had 4 slots and took place at the last minute. There were at least 7 rounds of Swiss, probably 8, and then 3 of the finals, the top 8 cut to 3 more rounds. And that was when I had one of my proudest achievements in Magic, which was I qualified for a Pro Tour, which was on my bucket list. And the women who were there started coming out of what seemingly the woodwork. All the girlfriends of all the guys who were playing there started coming up to me after I won to shake my hand or give me a hug and to say, oh, wow, if you can do it, I can do it. And so being a visible presence for other women who hope to enter the tournament scene was one of my proudest achievements in Magic. And I also won Florida Regionals in 1997, which was again a 7 or 8 round within 3 rounds of finals. And that qualified me for US Nationals in 97. But the way I won regionals was with 5-color green, an entirely new concept
5-color green, man. They don't name them like they used to.
of a deck that had never been done before. Originated mostly, I guess, with Matt Place, and I worked on it as a co-creator along with Dan Burdick and Nate Clark. And wound up being actually featured in an article written by Beth Morrison for The Duelist. And it was a brilliant deck. I'm very proud to have worked on that. I just wanted to be one of the guys at the time. That was the biggest compliment you could get, is if you were one of the guys. And man, when people say guys don't gossip, boy, are they lying. So the attention
Guys are catty little freaks. Guys are like so catty.
was mixed, but you were always being watched. I could not go anywhere without being watched. If I went to lunch with a friend, there would be a rumor the next day that I was seen with so-and-so and was I dating him? Even if I wasn't. Even if it was nothing more than a lunch where we were talking about decks or cards or draft strategy or whatever. So that's what it was like to be at a Pro Tour, is you would meet people who would white knight you and be like, sure, I'll loan you cards or I'll teach you how to play or whatever. And you'd meet people who had been jilted by girls and were angry at all women and would take it out on you. Was doing content creation, website creation, deck construction, theory crafting, playing, tournament organization, all of it.
In the 90s, man.
And that's why people knew about me, I think, was just because I was everywhere. And I looked cute in a sundress. Mark pulled me aside.
This one's insane. So Mark Rosewater comes up with this like, oh, let's make this joke about how this woman dated 2 Magic players into a card in the game. So he's like, don't worry. I know this sounds misogynistic. I'm going to run it by her first.
At an event prior to the printing of the card. And it was just kind of this awkward-ish conversation where he's like, oh, by the way, we're printing this card in unglued. I don't remember how he described the card. He may have described it in full. I remember just my impression at the time was kind of one of shock and just this kind of inner silence. And I just kind of nodded and went, okay, what was I going to do? This was Mark.
You're like, this is, they brought up Taylor Swift earlier. It reminds me of, do you remember when Kanye West released footage of him calling Taylor Swift to ask her about a line where he said, I feel like Taylor Swift owes me sex? It's like, what do you want people to say in this position? It's like, hey, we wrote like a really gross joke about you and immortalized it in this piece of content. And you just go, oh. Like, I don't know, like, how are you supposed to reply to that?
Mark Rosewater wielded.
Don't worry. You can veto it. All I need you to do is say no to the literal face of the game that you love.
Enormous power over the game.
And then everyone's going to know that you vetoed it.
I was just, a small-time wannabe pro player. So at that moment, this is going to sound melodramatic, but it just kind of broke me a little. Because I had thought Mark was a friend. I thought he had, yeah, he was trying to be humorous, but he had the best interests of the players at heart. And now I'd been handed this tiger by the tail, and I had to either ride it or get eaten by it. That was what Mark gave to me. And so I decided, okay, I have to ride this tiger. I have to lean into the joke and attempt to reclaim it. There's kind of an art to reclaiming a slur, and it's by not fighting. It's by owning it. If you fight, you give your bullies fuel, you give them power over you, and if you don't fight, they get bored and they move on. So I didn't fight. I just kind of nodded. And people brought them to me to sign, and I did so. But in the background, I was quietly collecting them, trying to reduce the number of them in the world. And I think I still
Silver border card. I mean, it might have worked.
have 2 binder pages of them still. Brian Kibler posted about it on Twitter, and that was brought to my attention. I can't remember by who. But that's how it came up on my radar again after all those years of silence. But his
Please
Twitter
tell me this fucking rube apologized at some point. Mark Rosewater? Any day now.
post got linked over on Reddit, and there were people there who were debating about the card. Like, is this card that bad? And saying, oh, I never knew this card actually meant that. That's kind of gross. And is this card targeted at an individual, or is it just targeted at this kind of woman who hangs around your local game shop and is a thirst trap for the guys? And that was the moment I just kind of went, the hell with it. I got to own this. I need to correct the record. So, people were being wrong on the internet, and I needed to correct the record about this. History was being forgotten. And a lot of people were giving WotC the benefit of the doubt about
Just want to, urge you all not to do that.
what they and Mark Rosewater had really intended when they printed this card. And I admit, I still felt just a little bit angry and a little bit hurt by the whole thing, because this was like an elephant in the room, and nobody had ever apologized to me. So I outed myself in that Reddit thread as the inspiration for the card, and that was when I went, yeah, I was the inspiration for Ghazban Ogress, and here's how it went down. That was when I began to, I guess, change my view of what the card meant to me. Well, I'm no longer hurt by it or even shamed by it, When it first came out, I signed these ogresses because I didn't feel like I could say no to people. It was that whole don't give your bullies fuel. But now I sign them because I want to. Not many people can say, hey, I have my own magic card, no matter how it came to exist. So Mark Rosewater accidentally did me an honor with that, even if his intention was to make me into a joke or a meme. So I can hold my head high and I can say, I'm Cathy Nicoloff. I am the Ghazban Ogress.
Thanks for watching. If you like the video, the best way to support us is to buy
Magic
a t-shirt.
is-
After that, you can like, share,
Magic's
subscribe,
so
join the
good,
Discord,
man.
join the
Magic
Patreon,
is
and leave a comment about
so
what story you want to see next.
Good for her. I'm glad she's she's really cool, but fuck me. That is so I can't believe that she was put in that position. That's unthinkable. Oh my goodness. I think she should get $10 million. Ay. I mean, what is there really to say other than, Yu-Gi-Oh! Has pretty much always been a boys' club, right? For a long time, I said Magic the Gathering is the game for white people because there were men and women who played it, but they were all white people, and Yu-Gi-Oh! Was the game for men. Very multiracial coalition, but almost all men. That is changing in both communities now. But I also don't want to downplay. It sucked to be a woman in Magic, like forever, and still sucks, I'd imagine. I mean, I don't have any personal experience with it, but everyone I know who was a woman in Magic had double digits of experiences about how miserable it was. It has to do with like nerd subcultures and like the concept that someone like this even exists, right? Like there's people in the thread that are like, oh, we all know that type, the groupie who hangs out around Magic the Gathering, a good Magic the Gathering players. And it's like, oh yeah, dude, that type that's just everywhere. It's just it's so irritating. And early Magic the Gathering and early card game proism is probably like the most misogynistic group of people in the history of time. Like it is really, really unthinkable what they thought they could get away with. As not a legal professional, how much of a defamation case would she have? Again, I am not going to make a determination about a legal conclusion. Gage had a "y'all ever had a friend hopper" quote in a video recently. That one, Gage just says stuff, man. Girl who dates two guys in the same friend group. Y'all ever had a friend hopper? There's so often that we're with Gage and like recording something and we have to be like, Gage, don't say stuff like that again. Gage, stop saying stuff like that. I do not believe he has ever seen that behavior. You know what? I got to agree. Gage, you need to shut the fuck up. I think it's important that Gage specifically be allowed to be a weird little freak, I think. No. You got to shut it down when it happens. They trying to cancel Nim Nim? Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. All right, let's do this giveaway. Okay, to remind you all, this stream is sponsored by Exter. Let's go to Exter. Go to Exter Wallets. Wow, what an incredible site for an incredible product. The world's #1 rated wallets and bags. Oh, it went too far. I have their wallet, and I think they don't have it in orange anymore. Yeah, you all are missing out because guess what? I don't have it. I have this one that you can't have. Anyway, Pro. Remember that you can get. Ooh, they have a purple one. Oh, that's blue. Okay, I want a purple one. Anyway, you can get up to 45% off of your order through this site if you use my link, !Exter. The product of theirs I like the most is the Finder card, which they have not sponsored me for today, so forget I said anything about it. But it's a mechanism by which you can use Apple Find My to find your wallet. It just slips into your wallet, and then you can find it using that. It's great. The Travel Pack Vacuum Kit I've showed off a couple of times now. It's a blast to use. It's just fun to play with. And I use it when I go to events. But today we are going to raffle off a card holder. And we did the raffle already, and the winner is maybe hello. This website is not very good. Okay, here we go. The winner is Arc Beetle. Arc Beetle, are you here? Are you an American? Yo and yes. All right, I will hit you up to get your information probably sometime tomorrow. Rigged? Okay, I mean, we can do another one. All right, here's what we'll do. We will pick that winner. We're going to resume entries, and we will pick another winner at the end of the Twitter thread. How's that sound? The South America count? No. It has to be exactly United States. All right. Turn this off for the Twitter thread, though. Hey, everybody. Joseph Rothschild here, a.k.a. MBT, and we are back with another Twitter thread. Days is easy. I just want to know what you're playing in Genesis. That's it, right? That's all I have to say. I'm beginning with Fire King. This is a deck I really like. I've played a great deal, both in 10-minute testing and on that Gage video that may or may not be up by this point. It's extremely powerful, but the reason I like it is because of Jurak Megalo, which, if popped on your opponent's turn with a Kieran, can send a Jurak Astero to the graveyard, enabling a summon of a Jurak Meteor on your opponent's turn, wiping the entire field before you even start playing. I think it's really cool, really strong, and I want to see what you all are playing to beat it. And I sure hope there's not a point change before this goes up. GCD says, I've been looking at Heraldic Beast. With Griffin, you're able to make Shockmaster pretty easily. Oh. Thanks. That is a 100-point card, by the way. They are only playing Shockmaster. They're playing no other pointed card at all. You have stuff like Heraldry Crest and Eclipse Twins to get more activations out of it. Still haven't tested out the combos, but I love Heraldic. I'm so excited. Dyer's got a decent one. As much as I want to play VFD Generator, this is just infinitely better. This is Onomat. Rank 4. It's crazy that Onomatopoeia is 33, but after seeing what happens in this format, I get it. Kazura says, Earth and Venus into Ebe, add Monstrosity, Ebe and the Shine Balls into Croc Draw 2, Monstrosity for Mardell and Vela, Boss Stage Leviton. Now you're cooking. I knew the generator was still around. This looks pretty bad, though. This looks terrible. Oh my god, this does not look good at all. What the hell are you metamorphosing into? Oh my god, Invoked Mechaba? No, thank you. Mimighoul best deck. Oh, someone's using the pre-nerf number set. That's a 10 on Dimension Shifter. Mimighoul seems to be a lot of people's go-tos because, it's just pretty reasonable. Not too much I think nothing got hit in Engine. They made Triple Tactics Talents worth 100, but Thrust is only 13, so you can use it to get like a DDKC or like a Maker. I don't think this is even close to 100. Let me do some math. 21 plus 21 plus 30. Okay, it is. Cosmo. The format is missing generic Towers outs, and the ones it has have huge point requirements. What the hell do you mean? Just gonna sit on a Dark Destroyer? Buddy, Kaijus are free! Everyone's going to be on Kaijus. They're free. Another one of these. I really like Xyz Snake Eye. All right, so I am interested in knowing what Snake Eye does because my understanding is that it does nothing. The UDF cost change fucks with the end board a little since unfortunately you have to do a Ghost Trick line for there to be a fire engraved for Snake Eye Bellstar, but this is Snake Eye Ash. We're chilling. Yo, wait. That doesn't sound very good at all. Wait, we're just using the Snake Eyes as a powerful rank 1 engine? I mean, I guess I can get down with it. Tachyon! Is anything expensive in this? They're good going second deck and nothing costs points, so I can play a real hand trap lineup as a funny bonus. Honest is searchable by 7th Tachyon. 1, that is a funny bonus. 2, I do appreciate that one way to build decks in this format is just to play a normal deck that is a little underpowered, that doesn't have any points associated with it, and be like, and time for Ash Blossom, time for the Charmies, time for Ghost Ogre. Like, we're just going to play real cards. This isn't legal? What the hell's money in this? Seifert and Schwarzschild are points. Schwartz is 33. All right. I've been having a blast labbing out pure Onomat. Everyone's playing Onomat. Fuck me. Doesn't matter the format. I will try to make this deck work using Choroso to make Prima Donna, then Prima to make Jurai Shin, then Prima shuffle back Creation King so it can be fusioned into later, ending with Set Breakout and tributing Burfo to Reborn King. It works. 1, don't believe you. 2, that is a level of cooking that I aspire to. Look at this. 33 apiece on Creation King, Thunder King, and Bone Party. That's unbelievable. This does look like it works, though, I will tell you. I was playing Tier Lightsworn because I like to gamble, but they just killed my deck today. Owned. We're activating Block Dragon like it's 2020 again. Oh my god. Dog. Amen. 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 Megalith is fucking back and bigger than ever. Why the hell is Koakai Myru Guardian 3? They were like, it's got to be 3. 106? Yeah, just take the holes out of the sideboard. No, block went down. Block's 33 now. We'll see if these cards remain free on release, but I would like to play this for sure. Bahamut Shark at 81 is not going to deter me from playing Shark. I feel like maybe it should. Wait, so your goal was just to not... Your goal was to... Okay, Bahamut Shark is 81. What am I spending my points on? 2 main deck called by... Sure. Trap Tricks is one of the few decks that I regularly play that hasn't been pointed out of playability because no links. So I'm going to play it for now. Even without Sarah, it's still fairly playable. I'm sorry. There's no way it's playable without Sarah. I just can't believe. Zombie World never really got good links, so come back, my sweet Chaos Ruler. Let us conquer the world through micro advantage Mizuki plays like it's 2020 again. First off, this is not legal, right? What is Chaos Ruler at? He's at like 70, right? He's at 50? Oh, maybe it is legal. What's Chaos Angel at? Oh. Shit, it probably is legal. Okay, never mind. Spali is 10. Wow, that's all of them. Huh, I guess I do like this. I don't know. This is a type of deck that a lot of my friends really enjoy. Shouts out to Spenstar. But really did get taken behind the shed with the ban of Chaos Ruler. Is this what it needs to get back in the game? What are we using all this material for? Just making synchros like a Mortal Dragon and laddering? Not bad. Basically 0 people are building to go second, so we're going to take advantage of that. But unlike Tenpai, this isn't pure copium. Are you sure about that? Shouts out to Triple Tactics Thrust, which currently has 1 target. A single target? I love the Naturi deck. I think the Naturi deck is incredibly powerful. Probably has one of the strongest end boards, and one of the biggest issues with the Vernisylphs was the presence of hand traps, which are not around. Very such a powerful card when she gets set up. This is one of those decks that was specifically hated out of the format because Ash Blossom cooks it so alive. With fewer Ash Blossoms and fewer Ghost Bells out of the board, I think this is going to be a fantastic option. You do have to spend 50 on a Naturia Beast, but it is nice to see that 1-1-1-1-1-1-1 lineup of the Shufflers. It's pretty nice. Vera on her own does win games for sure. Also, Sacred Tree is free. They were just like, yeah, well, you don't need to limit Sacred Tree. Yes! This deck is so cool. I'm so happy people are playing it. Mind Master is 1 point. The Psychics were always hovering just a bit below constructed, so the idea is you run E-Telly at 40, but you have Searchers for E-Telly, and you have enough points to put in enough useful non-engine. Also, it's dirt cheap if you already have the Fuas. So what does this end on? Above board is made off of 1.5 Procedure or Serene. Slightly less good board made with just Punks. Set Teleport Fusion as a board wipe. Jura as a second Monster Negate and a Monster Banish plus draw 2. If you have Extension, you can grab Ogre off Jam as well. Still tinkering with ratios. There is going to be a Mind Master Psychic deck that is meta in this game. I guarantee it. I guarantee Genesis will have a Mind Master deck that is good. It is a card that I just believe is powerful. Copium, you're probably right. Want the bad news? Hand me the bad news. Hand me the bad news, Rebecca. What are we fucking with? Mind Master is bad in the deck. Can you ban a mod? I know that just jamming a meta TCG deck doesn't work well in Genesis, but I love these cards. 1,000,000 years of Mitsurugi. 1,000,000,000,000 years of Mitsurugi. Hold up. Okay. Ritual is 60. I mean, yeah, you could play Ashened with 3 Pot of Greed. I feel like it's the least you should be allowed to do. I like the Pot of Greed and the Extravagance. The problem with playing Pot of Greed in this deck is you're just going to draw Ashened cards, right? Oh, don't sleep on this one. Don't sleep on this one. Exosister has no hits and can play Shifter even after the point increase. Dimensional Fissure is also 0 for some reason. My other deck is Automat Ryzeal. I don't know. Call me crazy. I am just not sold on this. I know that a lot of people are like, well, you can put whatever you want in it. I'm like, I understand that. I totally get it. This deck just seems a lot less good than it needs to be. Dog. For me, I'm playing one or the other. Either Field Looping Dragonling or Eclipse Wyvern in an Onomat list. A max of 1 normal summon and every card... sorry. Field Looping Dragonling or Eclipse Wyvern. Okay, can you do this? Is this legal? 33 plus 50 is 83 plus 10 is 93. Then you get the 7-point Veiler. Boy, this is kind of sexy, I'm not going to lie. This is not bad. Cheek, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. If you didn't get one, dodge in chat. As simple as that. Why Dad? Why not? Dad's crazy. He's Dad. This looks funny. Yeah. Dad can banish Eclipse Wyvern. Is Eclipse Wyvern a dark or a light? What? Archmage, but you're investing in Premat? Whoa. Doomsy searches equip spells. That's an equip spell that actually does something. Hold up. Wait, this may be a deck specifically designed for Genesis format. Oh, I actually am going to have to try this one. This one seems pretty crazy. After point change, Upstart should be 3rd alert. Gotcha. Ice Jade! I hope we see Ice Barrier. I love Ice Jades, and they've always felt on the edge of viable in combination with Mermail Atlantean. Here we get to play a board breaker approach that cuts out everything people hated most about Mermail. Also has a 1-card combo off Deep Sea Diva. This is the Neptibus, the Charmies, and that's it. Wow, Perulia is 10, but Fuelos is 7. How interesting. That's an N board. That is an N board. This is no longer legal. Isn't Colossus like 1,000 points? Oh, you're not playing Colossus. Okay. Fucking Monarch, I guess. Is this Lithium? No, fuck off. It's Vlad! Vlad! Oh. Dog, whatever you do, please do not show Gavin this. Gavin would get his little pee-pee hard looking at this. Oh, no. This is so sloppy. Honestly, might be pretty good, too. That's the scary part. Why is it 60? Well, you want to put more good cards in it, don't you? This shit's getting hit, too. Yeah, Dynamish is to 10. Behold, the superior fire deck. Oh my god. Wait. Hold up. Wait. Spriggans have 0 point investment? Slyfers 274, thank you for the 21. The 21. Gifted subs. If you didn't get it, type dodge in chat. As simple as that. 21. It really has 0 hits? Oh, I'm building this. I'm literally building this. This is like one of the best combo decks that never got its day in the sun, and they have just filled the extra space with point churning hand traps. That's crazy. Oh, man. What are the Therions at? I think the Therions are also free. Yeah, no Therion hits. This one I saw a lot yesterday. Looks to be quite strong. Ice Barrier. Aside from Draguide and Trishula, this deck pretty much got away with everything, so your option for staples is pretty versatile. Summoning Lancia Pass is not the worst end board, considering there aren't cards that out it easily. Yeah, I mean, this is crazy, of course. It just makes Gims, Ice Jade Lancia, and then on your opponent's turn goes Raiho, Georges. Like, enjoy your turn. I like that they're playing Triple Tactics Thrust, but you can play anything in this, man. Like, you really could just max out on some broken shit. Play 2 Maxi, why not? Rulers, I have seen a lot of people messing with. The problem is you do have to kind of pay through the nose for the actual factual rulers. The titles, blasters, tempests, and redoxes. I do like that this person is playing Heavenly Zephyr, which is a 7. That's a really funny way to integrate like a kind of effect veiler that also works with the rulers. I mean, it's rulers. What do you want me to say? It is a powerful deck for sure. Pile-armed dragon. Get to play the Primite stuff. This is an obvious choice. I think this deck is like really early contender for one of the best strategies in the format. Probably would not play the Shifters main, but man is quite strong. Shouts out to the Dominus Purge this deck gets to play, which is at 10. Seems pretty low. What about Emancipator players? Big day for Materia Reactors. It's like, what if... Big day for Materia Reactors. You play a really small Goblin package because the Goblin search spell is like 1 trillion. So it's just like Gabonga and Doug and Boom Mock and the other search spell. They don't get their Pendulum, but that's probably okay. What the hell is that? Is that not Bat? Dark Spider. Huh. Can you believe the entire Runic core is 0 points? Do they know? Oh shit, is Dandy free? That's funny. Teaching children and Yugi boomers alike that playing multiple turns is fun. It's just like, it's just that they're never on the wheel. No, I don't want you to be playing this. Crystal Beast. Oh. Oh, you're like actually making Crystal Beast. Holy moly. I was like, doesn't that spam 4s? I'm just going to be annoying with white women again. Wow. Dude, this is like 6 decks in one deck. What are you doing? Looks good. Played 13 rated games on DB today and 13 different decks. They are playing Fenrir in their Madolche Vernisilf deck. Fenrir, 30 points apiece. You want to play Fenrir? Nope. Doll with no links. That's pretty funny. Edifice. We have located a super... Oh my god, it's unplayable. Oh, yokel, you fuck! I want to tell you this is a good idea. I want to be able to look you in the eye and tell you this is a good idea. It's not. This is a really bad idea. Wait, what are the Mallies in here for? There's no links. You just want Mally as repeatable fusion material? Oh no, man. This is rough. I'm so sorry, dog. Why did they hit Hero so badly? They didn't even really hit Hero that badly. The thing they hit badly was banning links. Can't do shit without links. Gotta discard something off Super Poly. A lady's gotta do something to keep warm. They're playing Wise Man. They have to be, dog. What the fuck else are you gonna play? You can't end on anything. Oh, man. Where's Darklaw, by the way? Darklaw? 70-point card. Oh, my God. Man, they... Yeah, my friend was on Lyrilisc, but they got him. What do you mean they got him? Oh, man. Oh, shit. Pearly. Why is Street 5? I feel like Street shouldn't be 5. Oh, my God. The cats are 15 and 10. Oh, they do not want you playing this deck. Ursartic fucking Polar. They called me a madman. They said it couldn't be done. Well, this is what I have to say to the believers. Altergeists live. What are you? They're making the Altergeist synchro. They're making the... Oh, man. The deck aims to use Graceful to put stuff in the bin to set up synchro plays with Malwisp and Marionetter. Dark Renewal messes with the opponent's plays and summons Multi-Faker. We use the Synchros and Xyz to win the game. Dark Renewal summon Multi-Faker. Wait, you might be fucking cooking. I'm sending this to Doug. I'm sending this to Doug right now. Can't be worse than the deck he brought to Gage's thing. Really liking these spiral decks. Gishki hand loop? How are you doing this? Most recent list hurt a little, but 2 to 3 rips and 2 negates has been my most common end board. What? How could that possibly be true? How could there's no? Well, this is one of those situations where if you can consistently do this, this will be on the next list. If you look at the Genesis list, they say no individual person is going to be responsible for a ban unless you find an unfun FTK or something. So get on it, Duel Tainers. Oh, post a list. I love the Rose Dragon deck. I just want a list for it. Tweets that smell like crush cards. Still working on what to add with the EXE. Furnace, Punk. It's over, bro. Let it go. Shiren 50, Kid Kalos 50. Let it go, dog. Oh my god. Vanquish Sword Soul. Ugh. Mm-mm. No, no, no. Isn't Emergence like 1,000? Speeder is 100 points. They were like, fuck a Speeder. Speeder's just a choke point. I'm playing Rhoda. Fuck a Speeder. I'm playing Rhoda. Oh, man. Here it is. I'm having a blast trying to learn Adventure Rose Dragon and adapting not only to the new cards, but also to the new format. This deck is really cool, and not a lot of decks can deal with multiple board wipes. This is like one of the decks I think is the most scary in terms of things people have innovated specifically for Genesis. Like, I really think this Rose Dragon deck is really, really strong. Rebecca has sent me an image once we get... here we go. Rebecca sent me a build that includes the new MST guys, but this assumes those aren't going to get hit, which they've alluded to on the blog post. They're like, we think we probably won't hit the MST guys. And this deck looks fucking unbelievable. Gonna have to wait a week on it, though. Everyone wants to play Shark. Vovo? What? There's just no way Vovo is legal. I'm seeing there is one cage. Yeah, cage is 33. Scully's legal. They don't have Herald. They don't have Diviner. They don't have pre-prep. So instead they're using the AFD shit. Ooh. I'm not here to make friends. Oh man, Ballista Squad. That's gonna get you there. Mystic Mine is the only pointed card in here. You have 0 pointed cards. You're playing Mystic Mine as your. Wait, this is dog shit, right? Wait, you can't even. This isn't even legal. You have Metaverse. I'm coping because I missed 3 Raisin in advanced. Boy, this one got real tough real quick, huh? Yeah, I'm playing Vanquish Soul Canine. Oh yeah, what are your splashes? Holly Sue, uh-huh. 2 Izuna, uh-huh. Ripper, uh-huh. Lupus. Okay. You got Yokel in there? Nope. How are you how are you even making a Ripper? What do you It's what Vanquish Holly Sue summon Xiaolong from deck. How do you make Nash afterwards? You normally Zuna. That's what you have to do. And hope that your opponent played into it. They will activate a hand trap. They will simply activate a hand trap. Cut the fucking Izunas. Play Yokel in that slot. Izuna dump Lupus. Lantern bring him back. Oh! What is that blue spaceship looking Xyz? Oh, please don't tell me you're talking about the second to last one. Please do not tell me you're talking about number 101. I'm begging you to tell me you're not talking about number 101. Yeah? Oh. That's number 101, Silent Honor Arc. Oh, I'm getting old, chat. 2014, that card came out. It's been 11 years. A child born at the release of Silent Honor Arc is now old enough to vote for Farfa in the 2030 election. I honestly think they are going to have to hit the Radiant Typhoon cards. Like, this is crazy. I don't know if I want them to, because a deck that can search MST and gets to play main deck Mirage of Nightmare is a little too fucking awesome for me to be down on. Okay? But they may have taken my pendulums, but they'll never take my Gong Strong Spirit. What are you doing with these cards? What the fuck is this? You're playing every super heavy samurai. You were like, yeah, I need to be playing the magnet one. Can't max out on Trumpeter. We need to be playing the Claw. I'm toying around with Libromancer. Let's go. The problem is this deck is bad. Blind Second Cyber Dragon OTK. Bad pick on mobile. This looks tight as fuck. Hey, Trunade as the cheapo version of Giant. Splashing for called by. The sign of a fair strategy. Is that Spellbound? You bet your ass that's Spellbound in the board. You better start getting used to these bad board wipes. I think we probably have enough. This looks all right. New Brontic logo is crazy. So many people replied already. All right, I think I got enough. By the time this video comes out, they may have changed point totals again, but for now, I think we can all realistically say the best deck in the format by a country mile is Last Turn Dynamorphia. See you next time. This format is so cool, man. I'm loving it. All right, second winner is Bellark 19. Bellark 19, are you here? Are you American? I think I have sent Bellark 19 something before. Here and American. They have won like 2 of these. What the hell? That's some people have all the luck. Twice, actually. I am literally... This is the 3rd time you won... Actually rigged. Legitimately, actually super rigged. That's crazy. Oh my god. Well, too bad. They did win. All right. I will DM you, get you some get your address, etc. I'll probably just go to our chat history and get it. Regardless, thank you so much to Exter for sponsoring the stream. !Exter in chat will get you a link to my specific affiliate page where you can get some pretty incredible discounts on select products. I'm actually just going to call it here. I do have a significant amount of homework to do before tomorrow. I hate to leave you hanging. I'm going to throw you over to someone else. Leah Asimov is checking out Fat Bear Week 2025. So everyone say hi to Leah. Tell her who sent you. And I will see you Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. As per usual, we're going to be doing Freaks. We're going to be doing the Prague Watch Along. We'll be playing more Genesis. We will be chilling.